Okay. I had to play a Spikeout game for this channel at some point, and unfortunately, as much as I'd like to play Final Edition, I don't have the best of luck being able to emulate it or get it to be, like, recorded or streamed in OBS. So we're doing the Xbox original, console sequel, I guess you could describe it. But yeah, with Spikeout, it's like, I guess like the question that is posed is that, you know, obviously we have things like classic arcade beat 'em ups that have always been like 2D, you know, Final Fight, Streets of Rage, all that. But what about the question? How about 3D arcade beat 'em ups? Is it even possible for one to exist, let alone be good? And no, we're not talking about, like, the character action genre, which may as well have been, like, a evolution of that. I mean, like, actual old-school feeling beat-em-up, but in 3D. Spikeout is basically proof of that.
I've never forgotten. That rotten Spike is burned into my memory. I can taste it. Vengeance will soon be mine. Spikeout Battle Street.
Man, that opening CG and, like, the voice acting sure takes me back. Alright. Yeah, this game's cool. The main focus is going to be on story mode. But before then, might as well just give a quick demonstration in training mode, just like how just the gameplay works. Because whether you pick story mode or Battle Street mode, it's like, it just throws you in anyway. So we're just going to give a bit of a demonstration.
Fight.
So yeah, when you break it down, Spikeout is a game that is all about having 4 buttons. One of those is lock on, which is what I have right now. Dude sounds like Peter Stormare. Kind of, yeah, like a really bad cheesy impression of Peter Stormare. Yeah, or Stormare. I forget it. Like that was the actual way you pronounce it. But yeah, with lock on, you know, lets you strafe around. Otherwise, you just move around in 8 digital directions. Double tap will move you in a running sprint. But lock-on's basically treated as like its own separate thing that you could potentially ignore, which in some ways makes Spikeout a 3-button game. You know, like other great classic, Sega arcade games, you know, your Virtua Fighters and whatnot. So you have jump, you have beat, and you have charge. Which is more complex because what I did there, just pressing charge 3 times, produced a kick combo. But that's a curved meter at the top center. The reason it's called charge is because you're expected at points to hold the button, to hold the charge input, and doing so will get you different moves. Like if you just tap it out, you get charge level 1, which is this kick combo. But if you charge it up to level 2, you get a launcher. Charge it up to level... Oh, yeah, but there's also grabs, which in classic beat 'em up fashion always happens when you just press like a direction towards an enemy when you're in close range. But yeah, if you charge up to level 3, you get a little stun attack crumple. And then... Oh, hold on. Let's just try and get this guy... Yeah, we'll just get this dude up here to demonstrate. Here's what happens when you fully charge it. As well as if you continue to hold it, in which case it counts back down to let you know that you can't hold it forever. But once you get it fully maxed, you get one of the moves of this game that solidifies why it qualifies as an amazing beat-em-up, and possibly one of the best. So yeah, like, those are, like, the core moves when they're not, when the buttons aren't combined. Does have good sounds, absolutely. So yeah, and obviously, kind of in, like I said, in the vein of other Sega 3-button games, you have button combos. So, like, pressing jump and beat at the same time does that. You press jump and kick at the same time. You get that jump attack, unless you hold it. At which point, you just get this very wild, like Virtua Fighter-ass moon jump. Despite what you may be seeing, no, AM2 did not work on this game. This series was spearheaded by Toshihiro Nagoshi, though, so there is that lineage. And also, when you press, do the combo for both beat and charge, you get a sweep with, where pressing it again gives you that follow-up. And then, of course, you can also combine all three, which, in true beat-em-up fashion, is basically, like, reserved for, like, a special that is designed exclusively as a get-off-me move. And then also we have, you know, I briefly been showing it on accident, but there's obviously grabs. So yeah, you press forward and you get them in this state. You can press the beat button 3 times to do, like, a simple combo. If you attach to them and you press the charge input, you flip around to their sides. At that point, pressing beat will just send them flying away. From their backs, you can also jump and then press beat to throw them to the ground. Or, lastly, if you have a special attack charged up, you can press all 3 attack buttons, and then you get a special version of your grab. Obviously, like, the attack animations are different for each character, but their core functionality and use case are the same. Oh yeah, and of course you can pick up weapons and other weird things. That's done by pressing both beat and charge while pressing down. Obviously, when holding the weapon, it replaces your beat attack. However, if you press both beat and charge again while, like, I think, like, double tapping in the direction of the enemy you want, you can just throw it. Like so. And it counts, and it does the same effect. Much briefer, though, as a level 3 charge. Yeah. So you can kind of see, like, especially if you get your positioning right, you can get some combo opportunities, which is definitely, like, a major part of, like, what gives this game, like, its cult following, you know? Because just being a beat-em-up in 3D is one thing, but it's another if it gives you, like, enough solid tools to let you, like, sauce on it, as it were, you know? Yep, like so. Obviously, it's more beneficial if you get them into a wall or corner, but yeah, that's the gist of it. That's basically how it plays. That's how it's always been, even back in the arcade originals, and they kept it basically the same up to this Xbox release, which was the last time there ever was a Spikeout game, unfortunately. Also, with me mentioning that this series was spearheaded by Nagoshi, you know, dude responsible for the Yakuza series, like, this game and, like, Spikeout as a whole is what I always point to nowadays when I am like, as much as there is some fun to be had with Yakuza combat, it is insane to think that it kind of missed, like, the specifics of what Spikeout went for that made it legit the best 3D beat-em-up. So let's see it all in action, and hopefully I do not die too much taking on these story missions. Because combined, if everything goes as planned and I don't die on any one of them, it should take, like, no more than 3 hours. But I probably will die on some of them, so I started early for the taking into account the idea that it might need 4. So we'll see. And enjoy more bad 2000 CG and English Sega voice acting.
Man, nothing's changed. Place is still a dump.
What were you signing in? Leaderboards?
what's that?
Oh, that's
It's been so long.
no, I wasn't signing into anything. It just it
tell
says
me
that
why you
automatically
wanted
when you're
me to
not
come
connected to
back here?
Xbox Live
10
because this
years
game
is a
had
long time.
functionality with
Grown
it.
up so
You could play this
much.
game
Enough of this
online,
touchy-feely stuff. Just answer my
which
question. Why
which
am I
harkens back
here?
to the
The island
original
is in
arcade
danger
game
again, and Diesel
where
Town is the prime
you could do
target.
multiplayer, but it was
You
through
for
linked
real?
cabinets
What about my
only.
old man and the rest of his precious Team Spike?
No one knows. They're all missing. They have been for some time.
No fooling?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
this is also
fun's been
supposed to be
forming,
a
Junior.
canonical.
Find your
Hey
father.
Bentar, thanks for
Seeing him
stopping
in
by.
Please,
Yeah,
you
those are
can't
some
just
broad
leave things
shoulders.
like this.
But yeah, the
I'll clean up
yeah,
Diesel
this
Town,
game,
I
it is a
promise. But Dad's on his
canonical
own.
story sequel
wait!
to the arcade game. So, which I should also mention, that arcade game never got a home port. It was one of those games that was like supposed to get, I think, a Dreamcast port back in the day, but Sega, for whatever reason, just had so much trouble when it came to like getting those Model 3 arcade games onto home consoles. Like, the only ones they were able to manage were VF3TB and Fighting Vipers 2. Oh man, it wasn't angled, like... Oh, if it was angled a bit better, I could have just had him, like, fly into the water. Nice. Yep. So yeah, you go into areas, you beat up dudes, they tell you to break the gate, which then gives you a point bonus based on how fast you do it, except on story mode because there's no timer, and it loads the next area. Like, despite what you may think just from looking at the cover of this game and its aesthetics, like, this is, like, 100% just a Spikeout game through and through. It is pure Sega arcade goodness. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Alright. Oh yeah, never mind. I just realized it's for throwing the weapons. You don't need to do a double tap as part of it. You just gotta press both beat and charge combined in order to do so. It's just double tap is also what you do in order to run, is the idea. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, come on. Oh yeah, and like for most sections, when for how the levels are broken up, the overwhelming majority of them always end with like a mini boss of some kind, which like are pretty much all playable if you manage to unlock them under certain conditions. Those certain conditions, by the way, are you have to be playing the Battle Street mode and fight the boss without getting hit, which is surprisingly difficult.
Fight.
But yeah, this game is so fun. Okay, there we go. Ow. Accidentally ran before I could do the charge attack. There we go! Just thought he was almost out of range, but not quite. Yep. Yeah, that's really like the fun of like this system, where it's like you realize that even when you're doing other attacks, that like as long as you're holding the charge attack input during those, it basically acts as a buffer, and that's what allows you to pull off the combos that you can with this game. Only thing I'll say that, like, I wish was different from how I'm playing this, I wish I had a proper arcade stick to play it on. I'm having to do this with the, like, with the standard original Xbox gamepad, which means, like, in order to, like, get all these inputs arranged in a way that leaves me comfortable, I have to do stuff like put the charge inputs of all things on the right trigger, because it's a button that you're going to be holding a lot. And got it. Oh. Oh yeah, and these dudes, when you kill their boss, they just run away really hard. I could go and like chase after them, but they're literally going in the direction of where I just came from down that tunnel. So, yeah, we're not doing that.
Area 2 clear.
Bring it on!
Although, speaking of, like, an arcade stick, funny thing was, I had been looking for weeks now to, like, see if I could get, like, some sort of solution to that problem prior to streaming this before I gave up after a while. The first was the result of, like, thinking, I'm gonna get, like, one of those, like, weird, like, third-party converters that would, like, allow you to, like, say, hook up a PS2 controller to an Xbox, you know? Something like what we've got today with, like, the Brook adapters, except Brook, as far as I'm aware, last I checked, they don't have adapters designed to plug controllers into the original Xbox. So I'm still out of luck on that, because otherwise I would have bought that in a heartbeat. So, like, I ended up buying, like, a weird cheapo adapter that was clearly made during the time when these systems were relevant. And it turns out, like, none of the PS2 controllers I had on hand got recognized when I plugged it into the Xbox. Weirdly, it also had support for, like, converting it to, like, for use on GameCube, and that part somehow worked fine. But that wasn't what I was looking for, so it just kind of went in the bin for the time being. I thought about buying like a used original Xbox made for like arcade stick, but just taking a look on eBay as far as like what sort of like Western equivalents were made, just felt they did not look right. Like I wanted to make sure it was something that even if it was for I only have like 3 games off the top of my head I know I could use it for, I still want to make sure that it would last, you know? Like I only have 2 arcade sticks, one for PS2 and PS3, and both are made by Hori. At the very least, I would like to actually have it be, like, comparable to that. Rampona! Hi! Thank you! Cool. That's great. I hope you were having a good stream. We're playing, like, for many people, extremely obscure Sega 3D beat-em-up that got an Xbox-only game for some reason. And I was also talking about my struggles in trying to, like, dig through the history of old console peripherals to see if there was a OG Xbox arcade stick I could find. Oh yeah, we got weird story sequences still that, like... I should also probably preface right now, what you're seeing there with the subtitles, I am not pressing the button to make them go faster. That's how short they stay for on screen. Yeah, story mode implementation in this is nothing short of shoddy. Everyone's wearing Spikeout. Yeah, it's just everyone, the band, just wearing their own t-shirts on this island. Oh, nice! Got one knocked over over the pier. That's awesome. Okay, sweet. Ooh. Love those max charge shots. They're so good. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Should also mention, even though story-wise this is a sequel, gameplay-wise it might as well be a remake, because a lot of the scenarios you go through on this game are actually just more or less what you did in the arcade original. It's because they knew they could not port the original game the first time, so they were like, yeah, let's just make it like a pseudo-sequel. Okay, come on. Oh! Come on. Oh. Oh yeah, this is real bad. This is where, like, the deaths can pile up once you get to, like, the end of level bosses. Oh, shit. Oh, no, this is bad. Okay, we'll try this, actually. Oh! Okay. Oh, God, this is bad. Real bad, actually. Oh, God. Oh, dear. That was not good. Also, I'm pretty sure when this happens, yeah, it just kicks you back out and you gotta do the chapter all over again. It's real rough.
Man, nothing's changed.
I agree, this game is still brutal. Okay, come on. Let's just do the run back. Let's do this. But yeah, where was I again with that anecdote? Oh, right, OG Xbox arcade sticks. So, like, at the time I was being frustrated because I was only limiting my search to eBay, but then, it was a weird bit of chance, actually, when I found it, was the, so, like, when I was making the announcement tweet that this was going to be the game I was going to be streaming later today, you know, it's like, you put out the tweet, you use the hashtags, it's like, yeah, they'll, it'll get some people's attention, and they'll either retweet it or like it. And, like, one of those retweets was actually from a Japanese account that is, like, dedicated to just tweeting and retweeting all things Spikeout. So, and I didn't even specifically use a hashtag that had, like, Spikeout in the name. They just happened to find it because of the, I guess because they were searching by word and saw the picture. And one of the images they had retweeted on their account was of, like, a Japanese Twitter poster. Spikeout fans are real. They are. There are dozens of them. Dozens. Also, hey Kyoji, welcome to the stream. Now put this shit on Steam, right? Yeah, put everything on Steam. Every good thing that Sega had been putting out right up until the dark times with the Sega Sammy merger. Like, make it happen. Oh, man. But, like, one of the retweets I saw on that dude's account was of what looked like a Hori-made original Xbox, like, Dead or Alive themed arcade stick. I think it might have been one that was, like, custom modified because it only had 4 buttons instead of, like, the full 8. But I saw it and I was like, hold on, so Hori did make, like, at least in some form, an official arcade stick controller for the OG Xbox. And since the account was Japanese, I was like, God, of course, that's right. I have a Bai account. Let's just look over at Yahoo Auctions and see what's up. And to my surprise, I did see there was indeed, like obviously they have, like, Japanese Xbox peripherals, including some arcade sticks, which should not have been a surprise. I mean, Yahoo Auctions Japan was where I got my Steel Battalion controller, and was how I was able to save so much money on getting that prior to doing the Steel Battalion Let's Play. So yeah, I put some money down and got it, and now I just have to wait for it to show up. And it was only this afternoon, and I'm like, if I had only discovered that this existed earlier, I could have been in a better spot control-wise for playing this game. But I'm looking on the bright side and thinking that, like, once I do get it, I will return to this game and use it to specifically play through Battle Street mode. Because that's where Spikeout Battle Street becomes more like an actual arcade game. Because you have, like, actual lives, playing for score matters a lot more. You have, and, like, most importantly, similar to the arcade original, you have a time limit. And it's a mode that you can play multiplayer, just like the arcade original, which I don't know if at this point there's probably a chance I'm like the only VTuber out here who might know what Spikeout Battle Street is and willing to go through the effort for it, but man, if I could find people to play this game over Xlink Kai, that would be spectacular. And unsurprisingly, the Japanese Spikeout community, I at least know, based on like what profiles I've seen on Twitter, they know what Xlink Kai is and absolutely play this game. Presumably still even now. I think they specifically originated from like a community on Nico Nico Doga of all things. If you remember back when that was like a relevant video website. Or relevant in quotes. I guess it was really only relevant for Japan anyway. Used to watch this shit on NND. Nice. Yeah. Not surprised. Like, you've always been like just one of the more dedicated Sega fans I've known. Can't guarantee they know this particular obscure game, of course. That's true. It's not a guarantee, but, you know, we could just, like, introduce them is the thing, you know? Get people into the idea of, hey, you know, get an original Xbox, get a soft mod kit, get a new hard drive on there, load a bunch of games, you know? Get Xlink Kai, link the system up to your router, you know? Just go all in on this. Because I can guarantee you it's probably not worth trying to hunt down a physical copy of this game, because it is unfortunately one of the few OG Xbox games that is, like, legitimately pricey. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a rare side grab, which, like, really only happens if you approach them from their side. If you grab them from the front, the only option you have to turn to is to their backs. I actually thought about modding my older OG Xbox, and that has a dead disk drive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that might be a bit tough, especially since, like, part of the soft modding instructions, like, basically requires you to have one of the qualifying games that has an exploit that can be used. You know, like Splinter Cell or Agent Under Fire. So yeah, that might be a problem if, like, the disk drive has already given out. I mean, like, it's still worth it either way. Modded OG Xbox is, like, one of the best, like, retro console values you can have. It's right up there with, like, a soft modded Wii. Doubly so for the Wii if you're like me and have a CRT, because you get the benefit of actually being able to play 8 and 16-bit games in, like, 240p mode. Otherwise, if you're playing them on OG Xbox, it's like, you better hope to God you're playing it at 480p, or else you're going to get bad interlacing on games that were not designed for it. Thought these mods were about avoid using this. Well, admittedly, I have not checked to see if they have adjusted, if, like, the steps for installing the soft mods have changed. I know when I did it, like, the still agreed upon method was always, that you had to have, like, a disk game with a hacked save file that you run the exploit off of, you know? It's the same thing with, again, kind of going back to, like, if you're, like, installing Swiss on GameCube or the Homebrew loader on Wii. Like, it always needs a game with a hacked save file in order to, like, achieve an exploit. I think that's still the case for OG Xbox. It's not like how it is with PS2, where it's like, well, PS2 is like a bit more finicky just because it's like, you don't even need a specific game. Sometimes you just need, like, a bootloader disc or something like that. Okay, come on. There we go. Used to throw in Disc 1 to Gran Turismo 2 for my bootloader. Okay. Okay, yeah. Nice. Yeah, it did, I guess it did make sense that even on PS2 there would still be certain games that also went for the save exploit method. Okay, come on. Yeah. Yeah, admittedly, it's the sort of thing where, like, Free McBoot is an interesting one in that regard, because it is the sort of thing where, like, yeah, as long as it has the software on it anyway, and you plug it in, it basically activates the mod on your system anyway. The problem is that depending on who you ask, they may try and like convince you to just do it regularly because it's like it's that cheap to do. But obviously that's contingent on whether or not you can even. Hey, come on. Actually, I gotta focus. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of lay it out for right now, at least until. Oh, good. I got a life up. Got it. Okay. Fuck. Oh my god. I was trying to do like a special special grab move, but they just had to botch it. They had to stiff me on it. Jerks. Okay. Can I? All right. Come on. There's just one more of these, huh? All right. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh god! Let me go! Let me go! I'm trying to get the proper setup so that I can like grab him. Okay. Oh dear, this is bad. Yeah, this is real dicey, actually. Oh. Okay. Oh no, Phoenix is actually almost dead. Cool. Oh!
Game over.
Ah! Easy mode is now selectable. In fact, actually, I think, you know what? I'm just not even gonna bother, like, doing that a third time. That's literally right at the end. Yeah. I mean, I went with the DMC3 reference, but whatever, it both works. Again, it's like I'm not even that invested in the story mode normally whenever I boot this game up. It's either to just like dig around in training mode or just load up a mission in Battle Street. Yeah. Realizing disc lasers die, I recently came to realize trying to collect this game is kind of futile. You know, you could replace them, but still doesn't change the fact they die, so mods for disc reading consoles have been becoming more appealing. Yeah, that is a 100% valid perspective and like concern. I think it obviously depends a bit more depending on the system specifically and even the revision, because it's like I have a PS2. Mine is specifically from like the 50,000 model, like the last fat PS2 that they made before transitioning to the Slim. That is still, I would say, like the best fat model to get if you care about still having a working like disc laser. The older ones, like, they're obviously much more notorious for failing because they were older and like the difference in parts that were used. So yeah, it's definitely something where I feel like you only really can keep considering it. I feel if you're already deep in this rabbit hole like I am.
On the same level as the others around here.
But yeah, otherwise, this is the sort of thing where, like, if you're trying to get into it for the first time, then, like, yeah, absolutely. Don't bother collecting physical games anymore for a system that, like, you have no, like, lingering attachment for.
Or are we cool?
Apparently, we're cool.
Yeah,
Yag's coming in with, like,
I was thinking the same thing.
with, like, the perfect statement of any passerby. I have no idea what this game is. Well, have I got news for you. It is quite simply the best 3D beat-em-up ever made. And when I say beat-em-up, I mean beat-em-up in the classic arcade genre sense. This is better arcade beat-em-up combat than any of the Yakuza games, I can tell you that for free.
Must go now.
I'm Jackal. What's your name?
It's also heavily infused, this game, with, like, Sega's interpretation of that mid-2000s edge.
Now, to find my guy.
Yeah. Ideally, I wanted to, like, to play Final Edition, which is, like, the arcade-only game that is, like, considered, like, still the fan favorite of the Spikeout community. Problem is, only option I have is to emulate it, and not only is the emulation imperfect, but it also, I can't get it to render properly when it's in windowed mode, which is the only way I can get it to show up in OBS. Anyway, we're playing as Jackal. The part of the story mode is that we switch off characters. Okay. But yeah, we do a lot of the classic beat-em-up stuff. You know, you got weapons that you can pick up. You could even throw them, if you so choose. And, like, if you get up to an enemy close enough and just press in their direction... Okay, well, yeah, well, like, not those enemies specifically. I'm trying to get the, there we go. Yeah, like that, you get classic beat-em-up style grabs. This is basically the closest you could ever have, like, gotten to having, a Sega-made beat-em-up in 3D that would have been, like, a perfect Streets of Rage successor. A series which, by the way, I am finally going to get around to playing Streets of Rage 4 for the first time next week. Because our good buddy Wrath of Exodus, or Wrath 2X as he normally shows up in chat, he's gonna be my wingman for that series playthrough. Monday's gonna be me going through the first 3 games, the original Genesis trilogy, and then a day later in the week is all gonna be for Streets of Rage 4. So that'll be a fun time. This is basically part of the incentive for why I loaded this game up for the stream, because I'm like, you know, just get me more in the mood of like Sega beat 'em up goodness. Plus this is like a lesser known series even compared to Streets of Rage. Oh man. It's definitely good when this game when it comes to really exaggerating and selling like your attacks in just animation quality and just the over the topness of it all. It's always been like its biggest strength. Ah. Oh, come on. Stop stuffing my attacks. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Unfortunately, it was not anywhere near a corner, else I could have done the kind of, combo that is great to do when you do those special throws, where, like, if you get them in a corner and at the right time start charging your charge attack, that you can then, like, when they're still in midair, you release it and your level 4 charge will hit them and continue to juggle them. It's even better when you're doing it in co-op, because if your partner also charges theirs up at the right time, you basically just get back-to-back level 4 just swinging punches to keep a dude afloat for massive damage. There's, like... You just watch any footage of the Spikeout games when played in co-op, and like when there's actual coordination happening, it's a really impressive game. Because, Gags, you might like this. As far as like this being a reason for why I say this is the best like arcade 3D beat 'em up, is because I think as you describe it, it gives you like the tools needed to like legitimately sauce on the game if you know how everything works. Like you could straight up get proper combos going where you have dudes juggled for several hits if you got just the proper positioning and timing. Ah, come on. Let me just... There we go. Okay. Obviously, though, at the end of the day, this is still, you know, a beat-em-up. It's got that weight. It's got that chunkiness. But even with that chunk, it is still very smooth playing and, like, feels like a great sort of like alternative. Not necessarily a replacement, but a nice thing to kind of change up the pace when it comes to 3D action games, you know? Because your DMCs, your Ninja Gaidens, like those are irreplaceable, you know? The good ones at least. Oh yeah, and of course, we got VF-style moon jump, jumping kicks. It's pretty amazing. There we go. Bastard, just let me... Fine, I'll grab this wrench. Jerk.
Special item. Here comes the boss.
Wow, just came out of nowhere. Why don't you? Oh hey, it's the training dummy we had in the game's training mode. Ah. And they're really trying to gang up on me right now. Dealing with the actual bosses is something I'm still not especially strong at when it comes to playing any Spikeout game.
Watch yourself.
Oh god, this is bad. Oh dear, this is bad. Come on. None of these people are dropping any health. This is real concerning. Okay, come on. Oh, thank God. Oh my God, that was such good timing. Yes, oh. We saved it. We're back in it. All right, let's go. Oh, man. Also, well, this was the mandatory route we had to take. In Battle Street mode for this game, you actually get a choice. Some of these stages actually have branching paths, which, you know, that's always fun for replayability. Okay. Yep. Just. Oh, nice. Oh. I've never seen that animation before, but then again, I never really messed with the mallet, but it's like, if you swing, but are also like trying to aim behind you, you get that backswing, which is like, that's a great attention to detail. That's awesome. Got it. Yeah, but it's just like right now, as far as my Spikeout experience goes, it's like, when it comes to dealing with just the regular mooks, it's not too bad. It is fun. It is great to like use different moves for dealing with crowds and getting brief juggle opportunities when you can. But when it comes to the big bosses, though, God, they can get real nasty. I cannot lie. I already got game over twice on just the first level because the final boss of that is like a monster. Granted, he also has like a bunch of really tough dudes backing him up with like huge health bars anyway. Oh man. Oh, nice running tackle. Okay, here comes the boss. Come on. Okay. Please do not kill me here. Oh, nice. Oh, that's not an item that I can pick up. Damn it. Ah. This Muay Thai looking bastard. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Oh, still got him. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so as you can imagine, because I'm not good enough yet, it's like I have to really lame it out by just like fishing for these level 4 charge moves. Okay, that still worked. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, I have a magic pixel left. No! Ow! No! Oh. Oh dear. I knew what I was getting myself into. Oh jeez. I knew that this was going to be kind of brutal one way or the other. Even with easy mode selected.
It's amazing how messed up.
But god, yeah, it's just like, I want to be able to play this more.
He's not exactly on the same.
But also because of the time I've spent with Final Edition, playing on the Model 3 emulator and using an arcade stick, it's like...
Fight.
Like, I know I could just be at my best if I could play this game with, like, the same controls I do for Virtua Fighter, you know? Just let me have those buttons laid out for all my fingers to press at a moment's notice and not, like, in a typical gamepad arrangement. Oh well. But hopefully with that arcade stick I found on Yahoo Auctions, it won't take too long to get here. Because who knows, not only will I use that absolutely for like another stream of Spikeout, but I also am thinking, you know, that could also give me a good reason to revisit DOA 3 and Ultimate on this thing. Because I've been wanting to play DOA Ultimate 2 again, if only because, at least on this Xbox, I never got around to re-unlocking all of the characters' costumes. I did on my old Xbox, which is like the backup one, as I've called it. It's the one that I use if it's like I need to load something else that doesn't work quite right on this main one. It's just that the backup doesn't have an upgraded hard drive because I had bricked another Xbox. Does BC also allow online play with DOA 2? I don't think so. Like, I forget. It's like I'm pretty sure just off the top of my head that like with the OG Xbox games that are back compat on the current systems, the ones that had online multiplayer, I don't think they restored it for that because I'm pretty sure that is entirely hinging on them authenticating with that very old iteration of Xbox Live that they had shuttered a decade ago. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't have the online play. You could probably still get System Link going, but then again, I actually don't recall if DOA Ultimate actually went to the effort of like including System Link. I don't think it did. It didn't seem like fighting games don't really seem like the type of game that would necessarily like encourage that, considering you can easily play it all on the same screen. Wish I played more online with DOA Ultimate. Yeah, I never even got to experience it. By the time I was able to get my hands on an OG Xbox, it was like used one in like 2015. Like it was well past when it was relevant, because it's just like of all the systems I had access to growing up, it was like it was always just Nintendo and PlayStation. Oh, no, you're not gonna get me there. Oh, dear. But yeah, it'd be nice to go back to DOA Ultimate and 3 with proper arcade controls, just because that's always been what I've been most comfortable with. Oh my god, these guys are wrecking me.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, Nora and Douglas have always been, like, real painful to deal with, no matter the game they appear in. Like, they are just as difficult to manage, like, in the arcade original as they are here. Oh, come on! Are you kidding? Man. Yeah, this game really could not have been bothered to actually include anything resembling like checkpoints or a life system.
How messed up this island is.
Ugh.
He's not exactly on the
Fight.
We'll try this again. And we'll see how far we can get. Otherwise, I think it's like... Even though we won't be getting the full context for the story if I'm not able to see every single cutscene, I will, at the very least, strive to show every single level. Like, in this context. Because it's not just the levels, it's also, like, the characters that are part of it. Then also like another major like thing that's like contributing to why I wish IA just had like actual arcade controls for this is that because of how like the input buffer works, like when I'm pressing one of the macros that's designed to like be a combination of two other buttons, if I'm mashing it out in a certain way too quickly before a previous attack animation is over, like the game is actually reading it as if I'm just doing like say the regular charge hit combo, you know, like that 3-hit that I do. Sometimes if like I'm trying to press a macro that also includes the charge input, it just won't come out right unless I wait for it to go to neutral. So that's another reason for why playing this on gamepad is not 100% ideal, but it is something you can work around as long as you map all the buttons properly in a configuration that works best for you. I got it working as best as I can, but yeah. That only goes so far.
Here comes the boss.
Yeah, and even makes it a bit difficult because of how it works to, like, I can't even properly get off, like, my special attack sometimes. Oh, God. Come on. Man. Yeah, I think for the special, which requires all three buttons, it might be more practical if I just press all three manually. That's what it feels like, honestly. Because it's like, the macro just feels very inconsistent when you try and set it up to work the way you want. Plus, it's like, I have jump and beat on the face buttons. It's on A and X, and I have charge on right trigger, so that's not at all awkward for me to like hit all three just using both my thumb and index finger. Oh God, come on.
Watch yourself.
Oh, double kill. No, I'm gonna kill you. Good. Give me your special attack. The other guy, he can live. Okay, let's try this. Okay. It really is silly just looking how, again, every time, like, if you have even knowledge of, like, how the arcade games played out, it's like all these scripted in-game triggers really are just lifted exactly from that original, even though this is supposed to take place, like, what, timeline-wise, 10 years after that game? Like I said, sequel, but more like a pseudo-remake. It's like, it's definitely one of those weird things. Just because they really were not able to get that original game ported to consoles. Really wish they did. There are so many great Model 3 games that are just, like, left to arcades only, because however they designed that system, as impressive as it was, like, they just had so much trouble, like, trying to, like, make it work properly when porting to Dreamcast. Like, it's no surprise that they made the Naomi board, because that was basically just a souped-up Dreamcast. All they needed to do was, like, scale it down accordingly in order to make the ports happen. Oh, got a little bit of a juggle as he went down the stairs. Nice. Okay. Okay, come on. Oh yeah, I gotta admit, like, one move that I'm absolutely realizing I'm still forgetting how to use all the time is this jump attack, because I don't have a macro set for that since it requires both jump and beat to be pressed at the same time, which logically I was like, yeah, I'll leave that. I'll just press both buttons at the same time because my thumb overlays A and X exactly. But I think it's actually like muscle memory from like a previous control method I tried where I had Y set to this. Okay, let's go. Oh man, missed him. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Victor coming up from behind, asshole. Oh, there we go. Finally, we got it. We got it on one of these bosses. Okay, come on. What you got? Oh my god. Yeah, you really have like so little recourse for dealing with enemies that grab you anywhere that's not the front. Because at least when they grab you from the front, if you're quick enough, you could activate your special and get out of it. Good, life's up. Give it to me. There we go! Nice! Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's keep going. Gotta say, though, that clutch victory against Victor, like, on the first try, I'm still impressed by. I was so worried that I was gonna die there, of all things. But no, it turns out it was against what came in this section. Okay, come on. Oh, that dude tried to think he could moon jump over me, but he just went right into my combo. What an idiot. Ah, come on. Alright, here we go. Okay, where's the rest of these guys? I do wish that there was a bit of an easier way to like figure out like what it is about certain attacks that are able to stuff your like max charge attack and other times when they don't. Like it has to be like a certain damage threshold on like which enemy attacks when they connect, but it feels like it's still inconsistent even when you look at it. Like that time, like I had super armor and it worked, but other times when like similar attacks happen, it doesn't work that way. So I'm like, I have no idea entirely like what dictates that, like being something you don't get knocked out of. Okay. Oh no, hold on. Okay. So far, Justin is like very conveniently walking into my charge attacks when they happen. Oh no, they're starting to get real. They're getting real desperate. Oh no. Oh god. That sidestepping, like, side pose that they do, that is, like, such a Japanese delinquent thing. I love it. Nice! Okay, all that's left is Justin. Let's do this. Actually, can I... get over here. Good. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, God. I missed my chance. I'm trying to be a cool guy. Just give it to me, man. Come on. It's just one guy. Let me do this. Yes. Yes. Here it comes. This is the end of the stage anyway, I think. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, man. So there we go. I think we're going to get the cutscene or story sequence after this now. Or not. I forget. Right. Okay, we're gonna go back to Dieseltown again, but this time as Spike Jr. once again.
We've got nearly all of Dieseltown under our control. Now
Oh
it's just
God,
a matter
that's
of
right.
time
These
before Team
characters.
Spike shows up.
Good work.
Lloyd is proving to be quite useful. He has weeded through a lot of teams and got the best.
Look
to
at these
join
freaking
Neo
discount
Inferno.
Vice and
I
mature
can send it to Astromall
wannabes.
to take over that place. I'm just not sure that
Why?
Freaking like
Well, now he's
Fendom
demanding that I
aids
pay
to the
double
main
his
villain.
Just another greedy thug. I'm glad he's on our side. Pay him whatever he wants. Money doesn't matter. We're so close. Soon, this entire island will be ours. And ours, Spikey. I can
Oh,
just
man.
imagine the look on his face when he sees who's bested him this time.
Mikhail's voice acting might just be the best of this game, if only for how absolutely atrocious it is. Whew. Okay, but we're going back to Dieseltown as Spike Jr. because the point of this level is that we actually go down the other path opposite of Jackal. Because just like in the arcade game, you got different paths, and we basically start right there. Like that gate is like the other side of it is where we would have fought Victor. So we're gonna be like going this way to the sewer canal, and based on like the amount of Spikeout videos I've watched on YouTube in recent weeks, this is the preferred path for people that I believe if they're trying to speedrun the game. Because yes, there are speedruns for Spikeout Final Edition that are like sub 40 minutes on average. Might wonder, gee, that seems almost like a full game length for like an arcade beat 'em up. Why is that? Well, that is because even by arcade game standards, the original Spikeout and especially Spikeout Final Edition are like abnormally long by the standards of like what goes for length in arcade games. It was actually, weirdly enough, I think part of Nagoshi's mission statement for what he was wanting to design Spikeout to be, where he was like, he wanted to create an arcade game where, if kind of similarly to how if you were playing a competitive fighting game and you were keeping your spot on the cabinet, he wanted that equivalent but for like a single player beat 'em up where like a player who was really good could keep playing forever. Problem is, especially when it comes to like a single player arcade beat 'em up like this, that is very quickly shot down by people that go, no, this is an arcade, we need to make money. And it's why, like, if you actually play it in a way that's thorough and just keep going to the end, like, the more normal length of time it takes to get through Spikeout Final Edition is more like an hour and a half. Like, it's approaching, like, freaking, like, Radiant Silvergun story mode levels of length. It's kind of nuts. And as a result of that, because of that, the arcade game is, like, I guess if this is, like, the one downside I could say about it, kind of bullshit and, like, it gets really hard in ways that, just based on what I played and from what I looked, don't seem particularly fun or, like, very easy to control. Because they do start throwing so many tough dudes at you in, like, very specific configurations at a point that you realize, man, it is so hard to get a hit in edgewise without also receiving like a dozen hits in return.
Here comes the boss.
Yeah, come on, get down here. There we go. Yeah, and the boss is just waiting over there because if we were doing a speed run, we would have rushed all the way over there and just killed every enemy that came across. But no, we're doing this the slower, methodical way. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Get. Oh dear, this is bad. Oh my god, come on, no. Oh, do not kill me right here. Please, just don't. Oh no, oh no, oh, come on.
Game over.
Trying this again.
We've got nearly all of Dieseltown under our control. Now it's just a matter of time before Team Spike shows up.
Good work.
Lloyd is proving to be...
There we go, just keep skipping. I need to get through here as fast as I can. Make up for lost time. There we go. Nice. I have no idea how that chain reaction worked out, but it just manages to stun that dude because of like a wayward wrench. I'll take it. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, come on. Get down in here. There. Alright, come on. Nice! 9-hit combo. Awesome. Come on. There we go. And yes. Okay, good. Let's just keep this. Let's keep this pipe for the time being. Come on, what you got? Gotta say though, even though like these levels are basically designed to be like practically the same as they were in the arcade originals, I do kind of miss like the more like vibrant poppy look of and colors of Final Edition, you know? Like I get that this is like what Sega had in mind as far as like trying to like make a home console version of a Spikeout game, especially for OG Xbox. Like they somehow thought that giving it this early like to mid 2000s attitude was the way to go, and as a result it kind of had to like affect the color palette. I wish it didn't though. At the very least, I'm glad that when they decided they needed to like give it this attitude, they didn't like try and like give it to a studio that is completely unrelated to the original and just completely botch it on a gameplay level, you know, like Streetwise.
Special item. Here comes the boss.
Oh, come on. No, no. Oh. Just had to get me during that. Oh, dear. This is bad. And keep them coming. Oh, crap. Alright, we're back to this. Oh, come on. Wow, that was... Yeah, that was real messed up. Nope. Nope. Oh, how is this dude starting out so freaking tough? Someone, anyone, just drop a health item. Oh, come on. Oh, this is bad. And the difficulty is still set to easy after wiping out twice on that first mission.
Before Team Spike shows up.
Good work.
Man,
It's proving to
it's real annoying. This game is fun, but man, it's real annoying sometimes. But I guess that's just it keeping in line with the with how it was in the arcade. At the end of the day, it is still an arcade beat 'em up. Okay. Gonna try this again. And I feel like if in 2 more tries I do not beat the boss of this freaking sewer canal, I might just go straight ahead to the next level after this, because it's like I do want to just show. At this point, it is less about, I think, properly beating story mode, just because all the missions are unlocked anyway. Like, what does it matter? But I just want to, like, I just kind of want to demonstrate what all of these are like in their intended story context before revisiting this in the future and playing it like in a proper Spikeout context. There. That said, also like another thing I gotta highlight weirdly is like another major difference between this and the original arcade games. I don't know what it is. I feel like it has to be something weird, like in the programming of like converting this game's systems to this particular entry. But the camera is weirdly enough actually worse. I guess the way to explain it is that like, because this was like a fully 3D game that you could move around on an arcade machine, all you had for controls was just like an 8-way directional joystick and the 4 buttons that I had like outlined like at the start during the training mode. Thing is, it's like the game like in the arcades is actually not that bad when it comes to actually giving you an optimal angle of the action when you're fighting and like following behind you as you're running along. For Battle Street in particular, I have no idea what the logic was that led to it like going to this decision, but it really does feel like that even as you're like rotating around a fight, the camera is doing very little to try and like catch up with where you are. So at least the situations where you're trying to get like an ideal angle that you can see yourself when fighting an enemy, but the enemy is not in an ideal angle for the camera to see. It's like prioritizing one or the other as opposed to what it was actually good at in the arcade originals, which was prioritizing both, while still being able to portray like a very like dynamic looking fight. Oh well. It's still manageable though, but I feel like if this was like an issue that they were possibly foreseeing coming, and knowing that most people would play this game with like a gamepad, like it wouldn't, I swear it would not have killed them if they had just like programmed in like right stick camera support, or at least like a button that you could press to like just recenter it automatically behind your character wherever they're facing. Okay, you know what? Let's just lame it out this way. Oh, never mind. Bad move. come on. No, no. Get. Yeah, see what I mean about, like, the camera? Like, it's really, like, gets into some very bad angles, and I just died again. God damn it, this asshole. You know what? Screw it. It's not turning out to be the best demonstration, but I might as well show another character.
I mean, we're plenty strong enough to take down Spike.
Yes, but we don't want to get involved in all that.
You're right. It might cause a lot of trouble with Mikhail.
I want to find out who's not loyal to Neo Inferno.
You're a really sly dog.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Next.
Discount,
Name?
Vice, and Mature. I don't even care what their actual names are.
Trying to say you don't know me?
Void. Well, well.
Hey, Chris
So you're
Sabat.
the infamous Void.
I'm pretty sure that's his name. Like, that's the name of the guy that's voicing this, or at least, yeah, that's who's voicing
as
it.
much as your abilities are worth.
There was definitely a period where it did feel like Christopher Sabat was, like, getting his name around voicing characters in video games.
Before we do that, we have to see what we're signing.
Figures. What do you want? A dog and pony show?
Just go to the shipyard.
Go to the
Go to the shipyard in all caps, because that's how they transliterate all these stage
When Team Neo
names.
Inferno tries to
Same for the
stop
team
you.
name, Neo Inferno.
You guys get more interesting by the minute.
But we're
I would
going
not
to
figure
take
out
it
that was
easy on
Vegeta.
you.
I know, me neither. To be fair, he was also Rundus in Metroid Prime 3, a game that I had streamed near the end of last month, so it's like, again, it's,
Don't make any
you wouldn't have
promises
noticed.
yet.
I think he was also Captain Rush in Time Crisis 4, of all things.
Here I go.
Okay,
Fight.
what a pain. Oh, I didn't mean to skip, but whatever. Here's a different character. Here's their style. He's a big dude. Void is huge. He's got like electric energy in his fists and whatnot. He's not a boss. I don't think so. From what I remember of like how the story missions go, I don't think you fight him as a boss. Same for, I think, the two ladies. I think it's only Mikhail that you fight. Who's like, because he was the final boss of the arcade original, so naturally they have to hold him there. The funny thing though about like playable bosses actually is that, yeah, like the when I say like you can unlock boss characters to play as by fighting them in Battle Street mode without getting hit, like there is a lot of them. Like well over 20 or some odd number. I forget exactly the amount, but it's an insane number. And when you load them, and the best part is that's like you can play them not just in training mode to like see what they're like, but you also can just check them out in Battle Street mode. And it is really interesting actually playing as a boss character, because they don't get the exact same like type of moves and like roles for said moves that the main characters do, of which when it comes to main characters there's basically 13. 4 for Team Neo Spike, which is like Spike Jr., Jackal, Minhwa, and a 4th character. Then there's Team Spike, which is the original 4 from the arcade game, and then there's Team Mikhail, which is Mikhail, Void, and again the two ladies that I'm going to keep calling Discount, Vice, and Mature, because that's what they are. I legit forget their names half the time. Oh yeah, and there's also like a 13th secret character, which is like an alternate version of one of the existing characters, which I could, if we have time, I can show them off in the training mode or something. Yeah. That's it, though. It's like, man, thinking about all the other characters, though, like, even if I'm not beating all these levels, I really do want to get around to the later ones, just because one of those has you play as Minhwa, which is what I had talked about. She's like the She's the girl that like has shown up in some of the story missions that is like constantly like tailing after Spike Jr. And just to get out of the way, what it is that I like about her, she straight up like has her fighting style modeled entirely off of Bachichuan. She just has Akira's moves. It's like, it is one of the best discoveries I made when like messing around with this game, because it's like obviously this was started by Nagoshi, who had worked at AM2 for years. So naturally, like there has to be like some amount of like shared knowledge and tech when it comes to the to like animations and attack properties and whatnot. So for them to just take like what I assume is like knowledge of like how Akira's moves were designed in Virtua Fighter and going, yeah, let's just apply that to a character in Spikeout. Miss Junin Haendayo, exactly. Like, seriously, like, once we get to play as Minhwa, I will, like, take the time to demonstrate, like, her moves, and I will give you time to immediately go, yes, I recognize that move because of its button combination in Virtua Fighter. It's pretty great when you see it in action, and that's what I love about this.
Watch yourself.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Why are these bosses just the worst? Okay, at least one of the bosses is down. Oh, thank God, life's up. Good. Okay, come on. Like these chicks with like their black latex and like colored dyed hair is just real. God, that is like just another thing where like the early 2000s energy is so strong with Spikeout. Well, that and like late 90s as well, I guess, if we're being honest and talking about the arcade original, because that game came out in 98. Okay, let's go. They really are. In a weird way, it's like it's this game in particular where they come off as more all over the place than even the arcade originals, which is crazy to think about, but I'm pretty sure that's only because it's like the vibrant colors of the environments were at least there to like support it. I think that's the big problem, I guess you could point with Battle Street in comparison, because it's trying to go for a more urban, drab mid-2000s edge look. But the characters are still like extremely goofy and colorful in how they're portrayed. Sweep at the broom, sweep at their bods. Yeah. Yeah, just swing that sweep broom like it's a fucking golf club. Why not? Okay, it's this guy. Oh my! Look at this, this freaking monkey hitting low. What an asshole! Got him. Okay. I would say crab fighting style with their legs somehow. Kinda. I think it's just more like it's that and like, I think a big part of it actually is like the upper half of his body, that frame. Like that, and also his face. Like that is some like man impersonating a gorilla energy for intimidation. Yes! Here it comes! Oh, man, but he was too heavy for me to, like, properly juggle. Got him! Nice! Okay, we're on a roll. Man, I am so much more used now to, like, playing as Void compared to Jackal or Spike Jr. Holy crap. This dude is big and can kind of take damage, but man, he dishes it out so good. You can faintly hear the screams of them funneling in, which is like exactly the same sound that they make, even in the arcade. Like, God, just the asset reuse is still strong, even with this game having like a different coat of paint compared to the arcade. Okay, come on. Okay. There's the lives up. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I got something, actually. Yes. Oh, this one. I remember doing this. They really look and move goofy. They absolutely do. But yeah, I got a bucket. This has a special animation applied to it. Look at that. Let's see that in action again. That is great. I'm glad they programmed that in. Admittedly, I think part of the programming work on that was probably all done all the way back in the arcade anyway. But it's like, that's the best part about this game having a training mode, is that they give you a room with like all manner of like situations to account for, like flat surfaces, elevated slopes, elevated platforms, as well as, you know, a bunch of items you can pick up that have different effects when you use them. Oh, keep it going. 8 combo. Nice. Yeah. Admittedly, the sauce only really works when you got them in a corner, but man, is it still fun to do anyway. All right, here it comes. Ah, come on. No, do not. Oh God, this is a bad spot. Oh God, I am real bad when it comes to like properly sidestepping them when they give chase, because they always do that. That's sidestep, not a sidestep. The running kick. Yeah, the yell's insane. They like to use it all the freaking time. Oh my God, please just get out of there. Good. Oh my God. Yeah, see that? Like, when they're chasing behind you and they do that running kick, there is supposed to be a way where you make them whiff it. And it's by holding the button that's used to lock on and make you strafe to the side. Problem is, I'm never in a position where I'm prepared to do that on reaction, because I always see that done in speedruns to try and isolate certain enemies, and it's always really like something that you really have to premeditate for.
Special item.
There we go.
Area 2.
So far, so good using Void. I feel honestly relieved being able to do this after having to bail so early on in Mission 3. It's kind of ridiculous.
Fight.
Still, mechanically, this is a pretty cool level just because it is the sort of thing where it's entirely based around you going through the shipyard where there's like a ship in the dock. So why not have like a bunch of like moving platforms and conveyors that just easily take you from one part of the ship to the other in a way that's like real fancy, you know? Oh, come on. Let's do this. Oh god, that's right. I forgot about this female enemy type. Everything about their design is just so goofy. So classic beat 'em up. Just all manner of dressed hoodlums. Designed to look like a huge clown show that is still incredibly deadly and can kick your ass at any time. Nice. More life. That's always good. Oh, come on. There we go. You know what? That would make this game a lot better. Just like, if every yell from the enemies was just like in Homer Simpson's voice. Because I think that sums up like what it feels like just every time they're doing it. Like, that's the only expression you could be making. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This dude's got a 1-inch punch. Oh, oh, jeez! God, that deals so much. Oh my god. Oh god, shit.
Game over.
Oh, that wasn't good. Yeah, I just want to kind of keep going on. Because we got... Yeah, you like just look at that thumbnail for the mission. Look at what she's doing. What do you think that reminds you of? Be honest with me. Yeah. Still, we'll get to her soon. Right now we got to play as Fiona.
Checking in.
We're awaiting your progress report, Arcfang.
The island will soon fall under Neo Inferno. Them.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's all going according to our plan.
Here's a plot thread that really does not get resolved or go anywhere. The idea that this character who eventually becomes part of Team Neo Spike is technically like a double agent or something. For some unknown organization. Who cares, really?
On his shoulder. From this point, I'll be going with him to Astro Mall.
Our intelligence says that Spike is hiding in the mall.
Really? He's actually there? I'll split from Junior upon our arrival and begin my search. But, sir...
What's the problem, Arcfang? They must be destroyed. Are you having second thoughts?
Negative. Consider the orders active and under execution. Spike, the father of Junior, will be dead before he sleeps again.
Uh-huh.
And I know it's the right thing to do.
Oh, well. This plot's so dumb. Especially when it's, like, still not ultimately that much different from what it was in the original game, where it was Mikhail with Team Inferno is causing problems on this island. And now they got to, and now Team Spike has to go to his base of operations and beat them up. Her idle stance, yeah. She's all kick-based. And I think they did a pretty good job with their kick animations, if only for it highlighting just how wonderfully exaggerated the animation work in Spikeout already is. Yeah. But yeah, she's like a fun character to use, all things considered. If only because of, again, just how her moves look in motion. And it's the sort of thing where you just see it and it's like, yeah, it may not be, like, based on any one, like, known particular style. And yeah, her idle stance, that definitely is something. Her walk animation, though. Oh, boy. So yeah, we'll see how far we get in Astro Mall, because there's actually 3 missions in story mode that all take place around here, because we play as 3 different characters. Okay, come on. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's her special version of a grab. It's pretty great, especially if, you know, just like with any other special grab, if you got a bunch of enemies surrounding you in close range. Okay, come on. Okay, let's go.
Here comes the boss.
Oh god, yeah, this guy. Oh, jeez. Broke her freaking neck. Come on. But that's okay, because my foot went straight into his balls. Okay, here we go. And come on, just deal with these guys. Oh, still managed to reach. Nice. Keep it coming with the Homer Simpsons, B-boy. I appreciate it. Like, they only had enough time to get one voice clip for enemies screaming, and that was it. Oh! Oh, wow, I didn't realize the boss was already that low. You know, let's do this. Anything else? Come on. Chase after this last dude. Fun fact about Astro Mall in Spikeout, actually. Like, the arcade version had, like, 2 notable releases. It was the first, which was called Spikeout Digital Battle Online, and then the second was Spikeout Final Edition. Both games actually differ somewhat significantly in terms of levels and progression. Spikeout Final is generally considered the more popular one because it basically has every major environment that Battle Street has, except for Astro Mall. Astro Mall is actually, like, exclusive to Digital Battle Online as, like, the second level. Like, in DBO, it basically went, you started at Diesel Town, then went to Astro, and then finally to the Opera House, which was the final level. In Final Edition, you start at Spiker's Hangout, then Diesel Town, then Shipyard, and lastly, you arrive at the, at the Opera House. And I will say, even with, like, the mid-2000s grime that they put over everything, I'm at least glad to see that Astro Mall is the one that still has, like, the most classic, vibrant look to it in a lot of its areas. Okay, come on. And got it. The back throws definitely, like, are the sort of thing where you can't really rely on the exact same strategies for all of them across characters, because Spike Jr., and by extension his dad, Spike, I feel kind of spoil me on that regard. Because their back throw is just, they just punch the dude in the back and send them flying a short distance. Here, these are like more like very complex grabs that like, if they happen to collide with enemies that are in front of them, that's like a blessing. Yeah, like that. Like sometimes if he had stayed put, that other dude that's standing would have gotten knocked over, but he didn't. So it's just kind of whatever.
The gate special item. Here comes the boss.
Oh god, this. Also just trying to deal with the camera as it refuses to give me like a better angle than this. Ah, come on. There we go. Oh, nice! I didn't even mean to sidestep that dude as he was chasing after me, but it worked out. Oh, man. I really can't help it. Like, these dudes screaming the exact same way is always gonna be the same right up until the very end. Oh, come on! Ah, crap. Oh! They really don't want you having a lot of time to grab bosses if they can help it.
Watch yourself. Life's up.
Oh, come on! Stuffing my attack with a hurricane kick. And got him! Nice! Yeah, bingo. The funny thing is that, like, the announcer is saying all these lines that are exactly the same as in the arcade. The problem is that the delivery is so much deeper and so much different. Arcade version of Spikeout, whenever you played it, the announcer had so much more, like, insane enthusiasm behind it. Like it is just crazy. Just like he was like shouting, but like in a semi-indoor voice for some weird reason. Whereas here, it's like the dude's just like saying "stage clear" in your like as if whispering in your ear or something. And yeah, the lighting on these floors is pretty good. Like how it's kind of just bouncing off of your characters. Again, this is why it's like aesthetically, Astro Mall I think is like the best of the levels as they appear in Battle Street, because it manages to do the best job of avoiding the muted color palette problem that everywhere else in the game has. And again, still wish the camera was a lot better about updating itself with like where you're trying to move and like target specific enemies. But it is what it is. I guess all I can really do is blame Dimps, since they were the ones that technically did all the grunt work for developing this. Okay, come on. And got it. Yeah. Look at that. Like, he just happened to be close enough, so obviously, like, getting collided by his buddy managed to, like, knock him back a bit. But it's like, it really does highlight that, like, even though every single type of move your main characters have, like, play the same roles, the animation and properties are not always the same. So there's still good reason to, like, use different characters based on what's practical. They pose like carrying coconuts. Yeah, like they're playing that one mini game from No More Heroes 1. Okay, come on, and yes! All right. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. All right. Come on. Yeah. Good AoE attacks are always valuable when it comes to boss fights. The problem is I never know how to, like, always, like, use them while still mixing things up accordingly. Life's up, yeah. It's more funny when the arcade announcer for Final Edition and Digital Battle Online said, because he's shouting, "Life's up!" or like something ridiculous. It's also really funny too because in the arcade version, it's like whenever you start a game after selecting your character, they give you an explanation of like how to see the map. So they show, so they have like an example map and icons. And he just blurts out like what they're referred to as. So it's like, how to see the map, start, gate, player, boss, and then it just like launches you into it. You know, you, B-Boy, I gotta admit, like, you just writing out like these enemy quips and like announcer voices, it's like, it's really making me wish that I would just stop being lazy and like install that Nico Nico extension for the stream, just so I could have all the Twitch comments just scroll across the stream like it's a Nico Nico video. I am glad that like something as dumb as that exists, of all things. No, no. Okay, come on. There we go. It sounds like a neat idea, yeah. Like, I could do it now, but I think also part of me just wants to save it for, like, after I get affiliate. Just because I know that there's, like, a lot of things I want to add to my channel once I get to that status, you know, between, like, any extra extensions, like, channel point redeems, custom emotes, things like that. But yeah, I'm glad that, like, I was so happy to discover that that extension exists because of watching Gigaboots, and that they have that on their Twitch streams, because they clearly appreciate, like, that era of the internet, I guess. Not surprising. They are, like, on the older side of streamers, I guess, and they do, like, enjoy streaming retro games as well, which is always appreciated. Always support streamers that stream retro. Okay, let's go. And got him. Okay. Okay, thank you for the life sub. Yeah, man, Astro Mall just really is, like, such a complex level with so many, like, distinct areas, too. But it's the sort of thing where I can kind of see, actually, why they cut it out of Final Edition and replaced it with 2 other levels. Because just as you'll find with Astro Mall, there's a reason why there are 3 story missions dedicated to you going through this place. Because they made so many different rooms and, like, enemy encounters for it. It is crazy to think just, like, how absolutely jam-packed they made this place. Okay, where are they? Okay. Got it. And... and keep throwing this guy. Man, I am so glad that like they had the foresight with like one of the charge attacks to basically act as a stun, so that it avoids the problem that is always so frustrating when it comes to these kind of beat 'em ups, where they make it so grab is context sensitive based on you being in touching distance of an enemy and pressing the D-pad in their direction. And depending on how the beat 'em up is made, that could be so annoying trying to get a grab off of if every enemy, as soon as you get in close range, just automatically responds with a punch that just, like, stops you dead in your tracks. So here, it's nice when they're like, you know what? If you can pull it off with a level 3 charge attack, you get a free grab opportunity. Go nuts. You earn it. Okay, it's the last dude over here. Yeah, he is. He's just constantly running against that wall. Yeah, like, just completely futile. Okay. Gotta head back around here. Now we can get back on track with how this level is supposed to progress. You know, when enemies' pathfindings are not just failing them utterly. Oh wait, oh no, never mind. I just remember, you do fight Hong Long. Yeah, that's her name. Hong Long and whoever the other chick is. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, wow. I didn't realize I'm actually very low on health. This is kind of rough, actually. I thought I had more. Yeah, real nice having the freaking pillars obstruct my camera game. Come on. Yeah, this is probably going to be where this mission ends for me. I don't know. It just seems that way. Fuck. Wasn't even Hong Long that did me in. It was just one of her mooks. God. Whatever. Arkfang, or just Fiona, rather. Arkfang is literally just a different version of her character with, like, altered moves. Let's get to the actual best character.
I'm here, and I'm alone. Lots of fun. I must be nuts to let Junior treat me this way. I feel so stupid. I've missed him so much, and he doesn't care.
Yeah, he sounds like a shitty boyfriend.
Okay, Minhua. You came here to shop. You might as well enjoy it.
Hey, you.
Yes?
Wow, she's beautiful. You shouldn't be here today. You need to go back home. Are you here all by yourself?
Well, I've kind of misplaced my, boyfriend.
I said it. He's my boyfriend.
Such a nice
Oh my god.
Your boyfriend has issues leaving a lovely girl alone.
I'm a lovely girl.
His boyfriend, or her boyfriend, has issues, period.
Actually, I think he's supposed to be here soon.
Fine, but stay out of sight. Hide here until he comes
So many
back.
of these people are not good for anything except for just, like, beating up thugs with reckless abandon.
Take care of yourself, young lady.
Yeah.
I know Junior will come for me. He has to. I'll wait until he does. I'll move only for him.
What is this island? Japan's weird, fucked up idea of, like, a fictional Coney Island. Okay. Now it's time for the Bachituan. Yeah. Watch this. Oh, no. Oh, my God. No, just let me get it off at least once. Junen hayen da yo! Also, Bechdel test much? Oh my god. Oh yeah. See what I mean when I'm talking about? She just has Akira's moves. You can literally just like pinpoint almost all of these to something that Akira is able to do in Virtua Fighter. I mean, even the jumping kick, like the jumping two-hit scissor. Like that, see? Like, they knew. They absolutely knew what they were doing. Oh, man. I love this character. I don't even play as Akira in Virtua Fighter. I just have mad respect for his fighting style. There's just too many other characters in Virtua Fighter that I enjoy playing more. But it's just like, just having a character with Akira's signature moves in an arcade 3D beat 'em up like this, it's like, that's a novelty I cannot pass up. Yep, like that. Okay, come on, we got this. Compact, momentous strikes are the best. Yep. Just that feeling of, it's not just a punch or a kick. It is the feeling that you are using every part of your body as like a battering ram. Like, the body becomes a total weapon. And that is the beauty of it.
Here comes the boss.
Okay, let's go. Yep. Yes! Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, this is a big dude. Kingoro. Limb being the tip of the spear. That is a good point, yeah. Oh, God, and I'm so close to death as well. Shit. Alright. Time to rely on the old faithful. At least until one of these will drop health. Thank you! Oh no. Okay, come on. Yes, okay. God, again, I just wish the camera was like, I can't even say that this camera is necessarily like atrocious or awful, but just the fact that like I played Final Edition and I know that like the camera does not have these weird lingering issues, like it's failing to keep up with where you and the enemies are at any moment. I really do wish that they had found a way to just like actually get it to work properly, or as a failsafe for playing on gamepad, just like program in like a proper like reset camera function, just something like that. Oh well, it's still playable, all things considered. Thank you once again for providing the closed captioning on all of these sound effects. It is always appreciated.
Area 1 clear.
Okay, so like that wind pose is one of, I think, 2. She has another one that when you see it, you'll go, that is Akira as hell. Come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, I feel like with a fight like this, if this were in the arcade version, like, when I'm off to the side, it wouldn't have me so close to what feels like the edge of the screen. That's generally like the bigger problem it feels like, where it has that feeling of it just is not catching up at any time. Okay. Yes, okay, we got it. Let's get these two. Thank you for the life sub. That was a good double kill. I'm impressed. Ah, I didn't mean to activate that spin, but okay. Let's see. What do we got? Yeah! Just Just any manner of, like, bizarre, silly stock screams in video games. Just get the goofiest ones and just put them all into a single game. I'm sure that won't lead to people wishing for their ears to get, like, for their eardrums to get pierced or whatever. I'm still getting real low on health.
Watch yourself. Special item.
Yeah. Come on, just drop some health, man. Ugh, still nothing. Crap, I'm gonna have to be very careful with this one. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Here come the Yaz. Oh no, oh no, no. Tetsuzanko, please save me. Oh god, damn it. Oh god. Oh no. Ah.
Game over.
Oh. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do the last two missions. Whatever happens, happens. And I think with the remaining time I have left, because I do feel the exhaustion starting to come in. It's funny, I thought for some reason I'd be like, yeah, I could totally stand to do 4 straight hours of Spikeout. No, I don't think so. I think there was ultimately no point in me, like, starting the stream an hour earlier if I'm still gonna clock out shortly after 3. So, now, I don't know. I mean, I only pushed this back anyway because, like, I had things come up that made it so that I couldn't do my streams, like, in the morning. Because there's a lot of things that had to be done.
Astro Mall under Neo Inferno's control, sir.
Yeah, because it's like because I was dealing with internet outage issues that were, like, lingering from last night, which is, now it's fine. But then the other was, I've been finishing up, like, a little art project that I've been doing since Monday. And that is, I have completely drawn from scratch, 100%, my next VTuber model. The one that I'm going to be having is like an upgrade to this current one.
Of course I care. What is it?
The only thing I've not been able to do is rig it, but that's just because I don't have, like, I feel the proper skill and expertise to make it how I want. Hong Long, wow, yeah.
Not what I expected. Treat that young man well. He's got a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I follow. I'll head to Astro Mall right now.
So yeah, finished drawing up my new model. Like, I'm still honestly kind of surprised that I was able to do it because I was contemplating that I would probably have just commissioned it anyway. But then just kind of based on what I had been messing around with on my tablet and like the art style, and just I had the realization that, you know, it would probably be a lot more fitting if I drew this in the style that is most fitting of what I can do.
No, we'll get out.
And turns out, yeah, just made something that like is fully featured. And all that's left now, I guess, is that I just need to find the right person to rig it for me and have it be a price that I can pay that it won't feel like it's too much. Because high quality rigs for VTuber avatars is an expensive matter. At the very least, I'm glad I went the route of just drawing up my own model, because I already know that's saving on like half the total cost of like trying to do all this from scratch. The more you can do things DIY, the better. Like if you're able to, like, if it's something that you feel you can learn quickly enough, or you have the latent ability to, like, make use of it, then, like, why not do it? Obviously, if you want to, like, feel like you're supporting and being part of the community, absolutely commission people, because, like, that's money that they deserve. But obviously, don't also do things that, like, are going to put you at broke, which is what I want to avoid after having quite a few instances in my 20s of just, like, coming so dangerously low to that level and being like, I never want to feel that way again. Such a crime war centering around a shopping mall. Yeah, it's weird how it works out like that. And that's still not even counting like what the final level of the game is, which is straight up an opera house. Okay. Come on, get over here. Get in position. There we go. So yeah, with that model done, I think like the next thing I can look forward to is actually making more art assets in prep for affiliate that are obviously more smaller scale, you know, like custom emotes and whatnot, as well as like you know, just like some new overlays, some new graphics to go for the stream. There's a lot I want to do that hopefully, if things go as planned for like the next couple weeks with streams, that I can get the 3 viewer average that I need, as well as like the remaining 5 followers I need to get to 50. I am so close. Obviously, I know you're already following B-Boy. I think at least. It's been a while since I've looked at the list, but it's not really changed that much since I started streaming all these months ago. But man, if it were possible just to get the remaining 5, that would be so nice. God, get off of me! This is bad. I'm actually gonna die, I think. Oh my god, how did it get this bad? This game does not this game does not reward you for trying to talk and play at the same time. I am painfully realizing this. Whatever, we'll give that one more try, because that was still only the first zone of Astro Mall. I deserve better. I should show a bit more to see if I can get myself into like the next major area or two. And after that, we'll just like show off what the Opera House looks like. And then just dig around in training a bit more. Maybe do like a single stage in Battle Street and be done for tonight, I think. Come on. There we go. Alright. And running knee. Nice. God, it'll be so nice once that arcade stick arrives. Assuming it arrives. I don't know. I placed the bid, but I think it's still only a few hours in Japan until, like, the auction is over. But like, no one was really interested in it anyway, so I'm pretty sure that I'm guaranteed it anyway. I very quickly learned over the years that it's like the best auctions you're guaranteed to win are the ones that no one else is paying attention to. And if it stays that way for like the final 12 hours, just go for it. Because, man, it'll be great to play this game with, like, better button layouts to my liking. And it'll also be great to go back to DOA Ultimate and DOA 3. Oh, man. So many games for original Xbox that I still have left to stream. And even some to restream, of all things. Because, again, this is going to be absolutely returning at some point once I get that stick. But then there's also the matter that, you know, like, I always like to, on occasion, like, load up Outrun 2006. Because Outrun 2 SP is, like, the greatest arcade driving game ever made.
Here comes the boss.
Whoa! Oh, just... Oh, wow. Well, I couldn't damage the boss during that. I couldn't damage Oswald, but that's fine. Ah, man. I should have just done like a regular back toss. Yes! Got it. That's what I needed. Yeah, jumping toss is very safe, but obviously, like, with Spike Jr. in this case, like, the back throw has so much more range to it. It is, like, invaluable. Like so. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Oh, man, he got out of the way from, like, me doing the back throw. There we go. Now that's better. We can keep going. Hell yeah.
Area 1 clear.
Bring it on.
Okay. God, such a fun game. Still, what other Xbox games, Xbox original, do I think I still need to play for stream? Definitely not the Amped games. Amp 3 was the only one I really cared to, just because that's, because Amp 3 is so much better than the first two. Let's see, what else? I guess, like, a proper Ninja Gaiden Black stream of some kind is in order. Maybe one for, like, if I'm feeling very daring, just play through it on Master Ninja. You know, like, deaths, frustrations, and all. Because even with all those deaths and frustrations, I know I could still beat it in some manner. I've done it at least twice before. It only gets slightly easier the more you do it. Yeah, like, what else is there? Oh yeah, I got Crimson Skies. But I also kind of want to save that for when I can figure out, like, the optimal way to stream the PC game. And just, like, do that and the Xbox sequel back-to-back, because those are great. Yeah, so much to think about what I want to stream. That is obviously going to be, I think, ramping up considerably once the new year starts. Right now, it's just, like, I gotta be more selective with what I choose to stream for December, as far as, like, making sure I stream stuff that I feel counts and that I can get people interested to help with the remaining metrics I need to get affiliates. I don't know, probably a Twitter post or something just saying, hey, I need this one last push, can you help? That'll probably do it. I mean, it's only 5 more followers anyway. Man, it's still also, it is still hitting me how surreal it feels that I am, like, actively talking about, like, yeah, like, just tweet this, or just, like, use my Twitter account for something. Just the fact that, like, after so many years of being, like, man, fuck social media and, like, in all its forms, it has been a net negative on the state of the internet. But it's like, I'm finding myself having to do this stuff anyway just because it is, like, necessary to unlock, like, the next step of what I want to do for this stream, you know? Like, I've already done what I can, posting my stream link in, like, the Discords I'm in, and, like, threads on like, Something Awful, to be like, hey, like, this channel exists and whatnot. But yeah, like, I've clearly tapped out at, I think, around, like, 35, that it's like, yeah, I clearly needed to, like, take the extra step, and now I'm just doing it, but, like, I'm at least doing what I can to do it responsibly.
Game over.
I don't want to go down, like, a bad Twitter spiral or some bullshit. Just focus on using it as, like, promotion and whatnot. Alright, let's just do this last mission. Get as far as we can.
The Imperial Opera.
Yeah, Mikhail's in there somewhere.
Oh, Junior, look! It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, kinda is. Too swank for a jerk like that.
Too bad we're gonna have to blow it up.
Spike?
Yo, there's the original Team Spike.
Last time I saw you, you were just a tyke chasing Spike.
You've matured well.
Yeah, there's White, there's Tension.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Nice to see you.
That's
well,
Linda.
young lady.
And then, of course,
Nice to see you doing okay.
the leader of the team,
Same to you.
Spike.
You, huh?
You mean all of us know each other? That'll make this next part easier, because Mikhail's close by. But now it's my dad's turn.
Those guys your teammates?
Of course, this mid-2000s game would have, like, the big black dude with, like, a gold chain with his name emblazoned on it.
I can tell.
Like, Spike in the arcade original was already, like, designed to be somewhat dark-skinned anyway, but they just, they just ramped up the blackness for this character when they made this game.
Now's the perfect time to kill Spike, but I can't. Not just yet.
I never thought bratty little Junior could grow up so big.
I always knew.
Of course you can say that now, 10 years later.
Do your best, Junior.
10 years too early.
Now to show our stuff. Let's go make a new legend.
Alright, and here we are. It's kind of a shame that, like, even though this this mission is supposed to imply that all 4 of Team Neo Spike are together, it's like, you still only get to play as, as Spike Jr. during this. You don't get the option to choose your character, which I feel would have, like, helped somewhat if they had... If they just designed these missions around the idea of, like, hey, like, there's this amount of characters going through this, that, like, you get the choice of picking between one or the other. Oh, well. Here we are with the final level that we are clearly going to fail before we even get to fight Mikhail. Which, if that's the case, you know, it's like, if you really want to see, like, a full playthrough of this that, like, is by someone who doesn't suck as much as I do, it's like, that exists on YouTube. There's, like, I think I Play Sega or whatever the channel name is called, where it's like they have, like, a full sub 3 minute, like, story mode playthrough of Spikeout Battle Street. Which is basically how I actually absorbed all the story for the game to begin with. Because this save file is not mine. I clearly waited this long to actually bring it up, but this save file was one that I just downloaded off the internet and, like, FTP transferred onto my Xbox. The reason for it is because with it, it has all the modes unlocked and all characters unlocked, including the boss characters you can only get if you beat them in Battle Street mode without taking damage. Or the easier alternative, well, easier in quotes, which is you play the game online with a friend who is playing as that boss character, and the both of you get to the end of that mission. If you do that, the other character unlocks that boss that their partner was playing as. Which is cool, and I briefly thought about, because I technically have 2 Xboxes, I could have decided to, like, I don't know, like, just link them up, System Link style, have this hack save file on the backup, and then make my own legit one on the main, and then just play co-op System Link by myself. But I was like, even if I were to do that by just replaying the first mission over and over, I'm pretty sure that is like upwards of 50 attempts or something. I am not joking when I say there's an insane amount of, like, boss characters to unlock, because it's taken into account bosses from literally every stage in every section. With the exception of, I think, one, which I'm pretty sure is just, like, the flamethrower dude that you first fight around Spiker's hangout. Jeez, man. Oh my god. Give me some health. Come on. Really? You freaking serious, man?
The Imperial Opera.
Alright, fine. Just one more try.
Kyle's in there somewhere.
Oh, Junior, look. It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, kinda is. Too swank for a jerk like that.
Alright, just skip all this. Let's actually... Like, I know I have so many things I could say about, like, Spikeout as a whole, like, trivia and whatnot, but I really do need to, like, put some amount of focus on these fights.
Fight.
Because the health is, like, going down way too quickly at this point. Okay. Look at that combo. Okay, we got it. Also, like the, I guess like the charge combo I was talking about where you do the level 4 charge after the special, like, grab throw. It's like, I guess this is the sort of thing where, like, it really is only the sort of thing that people go for if they're specifically playing as Spike because, like, the way that he throws and that they throw enemies, which is exactly the same, is like, that's really just how, that's why so many videos I see of people playing Final Edition always go with Spike. Because the stuff you can do following up on that special throw is extremely powerful. Okay. We're doing better, health-wise. Mostly. Ooh! Traded some blows, but the armor saved me. That's fine. Alright, let's take care of the other group. Come on. Oh my god. Just let me grab. Oh, just backstepped away at the last moment. More life, thank you. Okay. Yeah, good job, camera. Seriously, thanks. Man, look at all this life's up. Where was this the last time? Why was I not getting that on the last attempt? Man, game really likes to be super, just finicky with that sometimes. Seriously, camera, for God's sake, just get a better angle or something. Mirror. Oh no, come on. At least he's isolated. Okay. One more. Got it. Okay. I don't care if I'm taking chip damage or whatever it is. It's like, this is more than fine. Okay. Get over here, asshole. Hiding these dudes like it's Dark Souls. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. Come on. Ugh. Just let me grab the dude. Oh my god. It all had to fall apart when it's like, it was the last dude, and of course he's gonna have like his cronies backing him up. No, no, let me grab it. Oh my god, yes. Oh, whew. There. Oh my god, okay. We can at least see what the inside of the Opera House looks like before I die.
Here I go.
Great line delivery there, Junior. Good job. Okay. There we go. Kind of pretty. Yeah. It's colorful, at least. It's on point to how the Opera House looked in the original. So yeah, they did a good job. You know, there is like another thing about like this, like the special 360 attack that you get when you press all 3 buttons that I'm so appreciative of for this game. I am glad that they decided to tie it to like an item stock, as opposed to doing what some other beat 'em ups do, where you press the button combo and it just uses a chunk of your health. Because if that's gonna be like an input I accidentally press on occasion, I would rather it not like penalize me for health. Okay, so they're clearly not jumping down from the banisters. I see how it is. Alright, try this way. Come on, get over here. Okay. Look at these dudes with their red armbands. As if you need another reason to know that Mikhail is evil and, like, these are the people he employs. Where was that even aiming? Come on. Okay. Got it. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, might as well. There we go. I think the boss is coming up soon. Maybe after this wave. Yeah, because we now have them coming in on the bottom floor. And their pathfinding is still atrocious. See, only that dude got it. He understood. He understood how stairs worked. Stomach contorting. Yeah. God, Spike Jr. is really great as like the all-round character, especially when it comes to his throws. Look at that. Back throw is great. I love it every time. God, come on. Stairs are unfortunately still kind of a pain to deal with. More back punch. Yes. Always with the back punch. Hilbert. Nice. Oh. That back wall combo was great. That worked out. Oh. Oh. Oh! OTG at the end. Nice. You saw that. That's why this is the best 3D beat 'em up. Like any other time you've seen people try to attempt it in the genre, you've never seen them be able to pull stuff like that off. You never seen Dynamite Deca be able to do that. It's always so focused on like gimmick QTEs and like using environmental objects to your advantage. Oh my god, just look at this dude's taunt fuzz. Okay, come on. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, just let me get out of here, please. Oh, nice! Okay, can I get it? Yo, that's what I was talking about! Oh! Eat a dick, Himmelman. Haha! Oh, man. That's what I was talking about. When you get that level 4 charge after they're just finished being flung from your special grab. And, like, and that's not even counting the fact that I don't have a second player with me, because otherwise they'd also be able to follow up with, like, their own level 4 charge. That's the best. Oh, dear, and I better not die here. No. No. Oh my god. That was... Oof. Okay, I know that, like, this back corner, it has life up. It's not much, but it'll do. I forget. Did they have one in the... Oh, no, it's just a special attack. Well, that's still good. For what... Well, for what little good this'll do. Life is up indeed, technically. By a set amount. But that... Yeah. Oh, wait, never mind. It partially refills your health anyway. But I guess it was still good I got the life up. Because I think if I didn't, my health bar would only have been filled partially. Oh, man. Still, though, if you ever watch footage of this game, like, in the arcade, like Digital Battle Online or Final Edition, it's like, man, they... Like, the enemies they start putting you against are some real horse shit. Nice. Oh, wow. This is going surprisingly well, all things considered. Like, close call with Immelman aside. Oh, man. Oh, wow. I think the stairs actually knocked me out of, like, that grab animation because I couldn't smoothly get to his backside. That sucks. Oh, well. More lives up. Thank you. Sit down. Sit down. Have a seat. Oh, love the side throws. I do wish there was a way to, like, manually engage them, though. Like, having the option to, like, initiate a back throw is great by, like, pressing a button to turn to their side, but it would be so much better if it's, like, maybe you do something like you press left or right along with the charge input, and that, like, only counts as, like, you going to their side or something. Or maybe the other way around. Like, if you just press it normally, you just circle around to one of their sides, whichever's convenient. And then, but if you press it with a direction, or hold it, actually, yeah, that actually makes more sense, considering it's the charge input of all things. Like, actually hold the button. That's when you go to the side. That's how it should work. Okay, here it comes. Now these next couple areas. Oh, yeah, look at that breakdance. Yeah, next few areas, is where it's going to be real rough. This is where it gets back to, like, the real big nonsense. Yeah, we had to punch open the stage curtain. Anyway, here's Void. Time to kick his ass. Or have him kick our ass. Oh, jeez. Alright, here it comes. Yeah, this might go pretty poorly. There's just so many, man. And of course it's Void. He's like he's basically like the penultimate like proper boss before we fight Mikhail. Come on, there we go. Just get rid of these people. Come on. Oh no. Oh no, I'm already a danger health. No, 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 no. Get off. Get off. Thank you. No. Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna be where I die for sure. Yeah. Okay, no. Oh, no, I'm back in it. We're back in it. Okay. Just keep it coming. Oh, that should not have connected, but somehow it did. And oh god, I can see more enemies coming up from the stage. Oh god. Oh, jeez, please. Oh, never mind. Here it comes. Oh. He's almost dead, though. Maybe I can clinch it out.
Watch yourself.
Oh! Yo! I was not expecting this. Okay. But I think if I remember, this still follows closely with the final couple enemy encounters of the arcade game, which means we're gonna have to deal with some. Yep, it's Belial. Yeah, I think this might actually be where I die because if I remember correctly, these reinforcements do continuously respawn. Which is a big problem because Belial really likes to take advantage of a ton of moves with like invincibility frames. Still, honestly, even if I die here, that victory against Void, I'll take it. That was rad.
Watch yourself.
Go. If only these dudes would just drop some health. Come on. Go. Just give me something, anything, please. Ah. No, never mind. Alright, that's it for story mode. Jeez. Wow. Oh, wow, viewer count's already jumping up just right as I was getting towards the end. Seems to be a quarter muncher. Yeah, that's how it was even in the original. Like, I feel if that was anything that is, that could be held against, even Spikeout back when it came out, is like, you are dealing with a game that still was slavish to the ideas of it being an arcade game and that it needs your money. The thing is, because it's Sega, they do a good enough job of staving off that feeling for most of it. And it's like, you really need to understand the game on a deep core level to be able to get through it. Yeah, need. Game looks pretty rad. This is my first time hearing of it. Yeah. Yeah, glad you got to see, like, what this game's all about, Pen. Even as it continues to brutally kick my ass in all manner of ways. But yeah, we got all kinds of different characters to choose from, all of which are fully playable in the Battle Street mode, because it's like, yeah, here are the members of Team Spike as they were from the original arcade game, with all their same moves. Then obviously we have the Team Neo Spike. Also been a minute. Hope you've been good, Ark. Yeah, I have been doing good. Thank you. So, lots been happening during December, which will hopefully all be paying off by the end of it with affiliate status. Yeah, and then of course here's Neo Inferno with Mikhail, Honglong, Kaide, and Void. Yeah, Kaide is the one that is actually the name I always forget, and for some reason, when I remember Honglong, but most of the time I can never remember which of these two chicks that it's assigned to. But let's actually show off Arkfang, considering that this is a special unlockable character who is the real identity of Fiona. And her main difference is that, like, she fights with Tonfas, which, not gonna lie, I'm always a big fan. Tonfas deserve all the rep that they can get in video games. So let's just see what we can pull off with her. Yep, still the 6-hit combo. And, like, her charge combo is still, like, the same style of kicks and whatnot, you know? So, yep, little uppercut there. There's the crumple. Oh, that is real good. I love that. Just look at that again. Like, you could see just, like, winding up, also twirling the tonfas at the same time. That is pretty dope. Oh! Nice! Hold on, let me try that again. Oh, that is so good! Okay, so, like, yeah, you do level 2 charge for the uppercut, then you do the jumping kick, assuming that, like, the timing is right. I think it might actually only really be viable if you do it, like, if you do what I do, which is the jump and beat at the same time for this, followed by the level 2 charge, and then jump and charge for that jumping kick. So, like, so. Yeah. I think that's what's helping it. Like, the extra damage coming from the combo beforehand helps actually launch him a lot better, because he's not getting launched from a neutral state. Obviously, it still kind of works well if you have him fully backed against the corner and whatnot, so. Still kind of the same grab moves and all that. Yeah, Arkfang's pretty cool. Let's see. What do I want to do next? Hold on. No, I think I got a better idea for a combo. Let's see what I can come up with. No, actually, that's not what I wanted. I wanted one that I could get to, like, charge 3. Oh, okay. No, I was trying to see what other stuff I could, like, extend on top of, like, that juggle opportunity. This is the fun of it, you know? It's like we're playing a fighting game. Funny. All the more reason why all action games need training modes. Full stop. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay. Yeah. Not a bad combo. Obviously feels wildly impractical to, like, easily pull off in the midst of battle, but I guess that's also what co-op is for, so you have someone that can draw aggro and let you get in with a combo of your own. So let's see, what are we at now? We're like 2 hours, 45 minutes or so. Yeah, we're gonna load up Battle Street and, like, give this a show of what this mode is actually about. Yeah, look at that. Look at that Xbox Live prompt that we can't take advantage of. At least not yet. Maybe someday. Like, whenever the team that's working on Insignia gets that ever finished, maybe we could have proper Xbox Live Spikeout Battle Street again. Otherwise, the current option is only just System Link through Xlink Kai. Or playing standalone, which is really all I can do anyway. So yeah, how many stages? So yeah, there's Spiker's Camp, Diesel Town, Shipyard A, B, Astromall A and B, and Imperial Opera. Yeah. So you got that. We could go completely by arcade rules or customization. Difficulty, easy, hard, normal. Sanic, yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's you look at this, and I feel like it's the sort of thing where, because, like, the original arcade game came out in 98, it's like, and it's called Astro Mall. Like, they knew what they were calling this for an arcade game. But let's see, yeah, we got, like, different difficulty settings. Allow friendly damage, which, I mean, this kind of doesn't matter. I'm already playing solo. You can have time limits, and, oh, here's the best one, continues. Really would have been nice if the story mode actually let you have this. Like, God, I could only imagine why some people might have bounced off this back in the day, because it's like, when you first start a new save file, your only option is to play story mode and beat each mission in order to unlock these stages and characters for Battle Street. And it's like, which sucks, because, like, man, Battle Street is really where the main game is. Yeah. So yeah, admittedly, there's not that many options that you can really do to, like, adjust things, but, I don't know, what's a stage we never actually got to see all the way through? You know, actually, we'll do Diesel Town, because the alternate route for Mission 3 in story mode, I could not, for the life of me, get past the first boss of. So let's do that normal this time, but with continues.
Select a fighter.
So yeah, and we can choose from any of these 13. Or if we want to be real silly, we could just play as any of these bosses. You know, Phoenix, Douglas, Nora, Victor, Justin, Elliot, Curtis, Louie, Huey, and Dewey. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. Randolph. Oh, man. Oh, Randolph is so fantastic looking. Oh, man. Yeah, there's King, Tomahawk, Kitty, Lisa. Just, oh, man. I don't know what it is, especially because of the time frame this game came out, but, like, these two character designs give me, like, mad Apollo Smile vibes. If anyone remembers who the hell that person was. But God, just look at these people. KG, Gonzo, just look at these freaking clowns. Clowns, all of them. That is what the roster of any beat-em-up rogues gallery is. They're just clowns. They're carnival rejects. What is that idle animation? Oh, which one? Are you talking about Nihei? Yeah, honestly, if that's who you're referring to, I don't even freaking know. It is a mess. But yeah, who do we got left? We got, yeah, Kaiser, Kingoro, Lenny, Oswald, Wang, Homer. Yeah. Gina, oh my God. I forgot that they had this super buff woman in this game. And Wanda, just look at her. Look at her frame. Look at her compared to everyone else. Yes, thank you for the homers. Like how they could be bothered to put the characters in alphabetical order. Yeah, but there's actually a reason for that. The reason they're listed that way is that if you were to go through all stages in order, this is the order that you would be facing all the bosses. That's the logic behind it. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, oh look, Duke, he's here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. He's got a peer-reviewed study that says that you're a pussy. Oh man, look at Carlos. Look at this biker punk. Look at how rad he is. Oh wow, Hornet. Okay, and there's Clay, there's Blake, Muir, Immelman. This Stroheim-looking dude with bladed tonfas. See, Brian, Scorpion, Cobra, Beetle. Jeez, just have a whole freaking Sentai team made out of these guys. Why don't you? Oh, Schneider. And Rodriguez. And Wilhelm. Belial. You know, just for funsies, let's go with a boss character. I would like to say that JoJo meme, but you'd be referring to a fascist. Yeah. Yeah. It is amazing how Part 2 manages to get away with one of the good guys being a literal fucking Nazi. Araki had some major fucking balls back then. Alright, time for Immelman.
Diesel Town.
Okay, listen closely.
See the map. Start, gate, player, boss.
That's exactly the same lines that they would say if you were, like, playing the arcade original whenever you started a new game. That's how it goes. Nice. Oh, wow. Just look at how many specials I have stocked. I can have more than 5. This is ridiculous. And it even starts at a slightly different position. Like, again, that's why I keep saying this is where the real... where the real Spikeout game is. The story mode's like just a dumb excuse you're forced to go through to have something resembling like a progression system. It's a different time until 5 years ago. Oh, the naivete we had towards such things. Yeah. Back in the before times. It still upsets me so much how, like, the gap of time between now and 2016, that 5-year period, feels about as long to me now as it does when I think of the time between now and 2001. The fact that I can no longer tell what the difference in time is between what was 5 years and 20 years ago is fucking sad. Just all this bullshit we're dealing with in the world has accelerated and just diffused the concept of what time even feels like. Just everything is a fuck. Pet a kitten. If anything that makes you feel better. Wow, way to just talk about things on a downer while I'm beating up dudes with bladed tonfas in a late 90s, early 2000s designed beat 'em up.
Here comes the boss. Watch yourself.
Oh no, this is bad. Okay, come on. Yep. Oh, come on. Let's go. Yeah. Obviously, I'm still gonna die, especially since this is on normal difficulty, but whatever. We got continues. We can get right back up, like it's the arcade. Still, as you can see with the moves I have as these bosses, because they weren't designed to function exactly like the main player characters, their moves, I am so much more limited on what I have to work with because of their specific animations, you know? Like, it feels almost like they're hacked in, if you can believe it. That's the weird thing about it. But it's still fun as like a novelty. It's so funny who inspired Kyle, though. It really is. JoJo has had its fingers more in the influence of video games than you would think. Especially when so many of those influences we were not privy to until 2012. Like, on a worldwide scale. God, just thinking about it now. Because we are now at the point where, like, the JoJo anime adaptations have already reached Stone Ocean, I'm realizing now that I need to, one of these days, get around to reading all of Steel Ball Run proper. If only so I can continue to have the satisfaction of gloating to people that are like, only watching the anime and being like, I read the manga, I'm already way ahead of where you are. And I realize now that within the next few years, they'll soon catch up to where I am and potentially get ahead of me. And I'm just like, oh no, I can't let this happen. And honestly, I'm pretty sure anyone that's a fan of the manga would tell me, yeah, do it anyway. Steel Ball Run's amazing. Oh, I know. I believe them. Everything I've heard about it sounds like it's the best. It's just once I find the time, especially after I get back to reading Chainsaw Man. It's been too slow with the manga, so I've been reading them on my own accord after watching part 5. Yeah, I mean, I was already ahead of it, where I was like, I was reading the translated manga on Batoto, if you remember that website, before it went under and got replaced with Manga Dex. No, not Batoto. No, it was Batoto. Right, I'm thinking of Baka BT, which is a completely different site, you know? You read the new Color Chainsaw Man? I've not, no. Like, the only versions I'm reading are, again, on Manga Dex, which I believe are still just the regular non-color versions. But the glimpses I've seen from people sharing images, it looks interesting. But it's just, I need to get back to reading the rest of Chainsaw Man, if only so I can continue to pressure Wrath to read the rest of the Getter Robo Saga. Because that was the deal we made. He kept pushing me to read Chainsaw Man, and I was like, I know, but I've been so out of the manga reading habit for so long, so in order to convince me, I'll make a proposition where I'll read Chainsaw Man if you read Getter Robo. And he took it. And he read through, like, the first part of the Getter Robo Saga and dug it, so I'm like, yes, another fan converted. Meanwhile, I'm only, like, 50% through Chainsaw Man, and I'm like, man, I should really just sit down and knock out the remaining half. Read Chainsaw Man, four of you viewers. Yes, exactly. 4 or 5, depending on how much the Twitch stats in OBS is lying to me. I don't know. It never seems to be properly updated. Like I remember just the biggest problem I always have when like checking what the viewer count was in OBS is that if I ever dropped to like 0 viewers, the stats window in OBS would never drop below 1. It was the weirdest thing, and always so frustrating when I looked back and realized that, like, thinking, oh, cool, I had 1 consistent viewer. No, I only had 1 viewer that would, like, just pop in for, like, a minute, then leave, and I would be back to talking to myself like a lunatic. But that's the nature of being a streamer. The talking to yourself like a lunatic part, I mean. Oh, come on. It is so hard to tell exactly, like, what that charge attack's supposed to be. Only true geniuses speak to themselves. Only true geniuses narrate their entire fucking lives for people to hear. Yeah, just, man, these boss characters really are a fun novelty, but man, I am not lying when I say that it's like they are so much more limited, and I can already see how, like, the novelty of playing as just even one of these boss characters really does fall apart. Like, the only reason you would ever play these in Battle Street mode is if you're doing co-op with someone and you want them to have the opportunity to unlock the character without having to fight said boss without taking damage. Because that's already a hard task. That said, though, like, slashing at multiple enemies with, like, these blade tonfas is pretty satisfying, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, now don't follow that arrow. Just go to this gate, because that's how they hide the branching paths in some of these levels. Like, sometimes you will have, like, more than one gate that you can break open. That's the beauty of it. So now we get to try this area again, but with a boss character. Alright. There we go. Nice. Whew. God, and just going back through this again on Battle Street mode is like, wow. If there ever comes a time where I'm able to find other people on Twitch that have the means to play this game online with Xlink Kai, and or B, convince other VTubers to get, if they don't already, a modded OG Xbox and this game loaded. Like, I feel like I would have something on my hand of being able to have, like, freaking, like, just a VTuber collab of, like, 4 people going at it in Spikeout. That would be rad. That would be another thing I could put as a feather in my cap of, like, you don't see other VTubers doing this shit. I mean, I already am able, at least for the time being, able to continue to claim that I am the only VTuber on the internet that is able to play light gun games legit. You know? Obviously, I've not seen anything of another VTuber that has come out and, like, revealed that they have a setup similar to me, but that's kind of how it is. I don't know. If they were to come out, then I would rescind my statement and be, okay, I am not the only one. Because kudos to that person being able to play light gun games traditionally and enjoy them. Because God bless light gun games. Gun games in general. I still think about that stream I did for the Xbox light gun games with House of the Dead 3 and Silent Scope Complete. And just how it's like... I was... Probably just the biggest thing I was most prepared for when I was going into that was knowing that I wanted to have like a mid-stream lecture about the technology behind light guns and how the way Konami had tried to transition Silent Scope's gameplay to that just completely like got botched. But even then, the games were still a lot of fun. Even if, like, a lot of it does remind me that, like, I'm probably only ever just gonna play House of the Dead 3 from here on and not really do much more with Silent Scope. And even then, there are other light gun games for, like, PS2 I still need to get around to. Like, I'm still kind of amazed that of the PS2 games with the GunCon 2 I've played on stream, I'm amazed I've still not done a stream for Time Crisis 2, you know? Like a popular favorite. I'm surprised that I never got on that as soon as I did. But that's just because I like Time Crisis 3 more. But it's like, I could like set aside a stream for not just Time Crisis 2, but also Crisis Zone. You know, just get any of the remaining Namco PS2 light gun games out of the way, and I think I'd be set. Before having to go to deeper levels of degeneracy, like playing any of the other Gun Survivor games. Because I was already interested enough to do it for Dead Aim. The only ones I have remaining are literally, the only option is to go backwards. Play Dino Stalker, play Gun Survivor 2 Code Veronica. Probably not Gun Survivor 1, because that would require a GunCon 1, but also a Japanese version of the game, because US version does not have... They got scared by Columbine and just completely removed the light gun support. Which was so stupid. I mean, it was a shit game, but it was still stupid, the reason behind removing it anyway. Oh, man. Come on. God, Curtis is such an asshole. Yeah, at this point, I'm just wildly mashing because it's like, what are my other more advanced options I have as this boss character? And the answer, I have none. That's just how it is. Okay. Let's keep going. Get to the end of Diesel Town, and I think we will about call it quits. Well, maybe call it quits after loading up another character in training mode and just doing some more combo lap time, because that is still like a fun aspect of it, you know? As always, like I said, all action games need like a fighting game style training mode. You know, just just a mode where you can just practice on enemies, get a good feel for your kits. Like, God bless the Void for existing in DMC 5. Like, of all the things that they carried over from, like, what existed in DMC Devil May Cry, you know, the failed reboot, like, that was probably, like, the best decision they could have made. Okay, come on. Also, if I recall, this particular arena is where we're going to end up fighting Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Sadly, they are not accompanied by their Uncle Scrooge. Or Launchpad. Okay. Here we go. Just keep the hits coming. Oh man. Let's get it. Come on.
Watch yourself. Life sucks.
Also, yeah, just surprisingly like a good number of viewers just kind of popping in like near the final hour of all things. I'm kind of surprised. But maybe I guess I shouldn't be, considering it's like I decided to start the stream an hour earlier, and I know like it kind of took a while for the views to start coming in. So yeah, I guess it kind of...
Watch yourself.
Yeah, just everything about this stream, it just really did not go to the plan that I thought it was. Like, I thought I was somehow going to be good enough to get through all of the story mode in one sitting, which is usually about, like, 3 to 4 hours if you just focus on it. But I clearly was not able to focus on it. So this has just become more like a demonstration of all it has to offer in terms of features. So yeah, probably all the more reason why it's like if I'm doing evening streams in the future, it absolutely should just stick to me starting at 6 p.m. my time or 7 p.m. Pacific and like no later and no earlier rather. Otherwise, if it's a morning stream, you know, that can still stay at like 11 p.m. Pacific. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. Let's not keep dying too much. Or just keep dying, I don't know. Oh! Good to see Guile was learning how to use the bladed tonfas. I know, it's the best. Never mind the vaguely Nazi-ish uniform, it's okay. It's clearly not saying anything about a country's science being the best in the world. Okay, so we got two options. I've watched enough videos of regular Spikeout to know that most people go for like this stairway gate, but let's try this. And I just noticed that part. Woof. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Everyone remembers Stroheim. Possibly regrettably. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this is still kind of a mess. Even if this dude is like a boss from late in the game, you still get murdered real easily just fighting these thugs. Okay. Still, love this game all the same. As I mentioned in my Go Live notification and in the tweet, as well as on the Discord where I posted links, it's like just a game that is further proof that in the eyes of intellectuals, the OG Xbox really was just the Dreamcast 2. That, along with that was basically its true worth. And I'm counting Team Ninja's games in that equation, considering they put out Dead or Alive 2 first on Dreamcast, and it was better on that compared to PS2. Yeah, because it's like, okay, just sounding off the top of my head, what I could recall as far as like what the Xbox exclusive Sega games were that were of note. So obviously, Jet Set Radio Future, that's probably the big one, you know. Following that, there's Crazy Taxi 3. Oh yeah, there was Sega GT 2002, which I guess was like their own take on like a sort of like light sim racer, obviously. There was the port of Shenmue 2, obviously. Let's see, what else was there? Well, they didn't develop it, but they did publish both Otogi games. And I feel like if it did not stay exclusive to Japan, then I have a feeling that Metal Wolf Chaos would also have been published by them had they the balls to do it. Then, obviously, this game. Oh, yeah, also, don't forget Gun Valkyrie and Panzer Dragoon Orta, obviously. Great games. God, yeah. Orta. Now, that's a game I need to stream. But again, that's the sort of thing where, like, because I care about covering the series, it's like, it's not just Orta I want to play. It's all of it. The original, Zwei, Saga, and then Orta. Oh, yeah, there's Randolph. Look at that dude with his beard and mustache. And just the rapid-fire backhand fist attacks. I still no idea exactly what the hell, like, that freaking, like, special attack with all 3 buttons is supposed to be. It looks like the sort of thing where you do it as, like, if you do it in front of an enemy when they attack, and if it connects, then it does, like, a parry or something. That's what I thought it would be, but, like, doesn't seem to really be that. Okay, come on. And there we go. Now it's just this dude. Wait, no, hold on. I think it's... No, I don't think that would actually matter much, because it's like I can interrupt my animations from... Let me try something, actually. Or not. No, I'm about to die. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's still more. I forgot. Yeah, because Randolph, if you take the stairway, that's actually where the fight ends in the arcade version. God, there's still this. I completely forgot that this was like a section of Diesel Town. All right. Let's go for it.
Fight.
Yeah. Map just keeps going.
Watch yourself.
Nagoshi really did want to make this a game that was not only long in the arcades, but could be made even longer if you were good enough. Which, again, in the minds of everyone else, still completely insane from, like, a business model perspective for arcades. Jeez, I am just getting knocked down all the time, and I don't care. All right. Come on. Whew. Life's up. Let's go. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why they have this area, because, like, this is King. King's actually a unique boss in this situation, because while every other boss is designed to, like, exist only in their specific area, King can actually show up in, I think 2 other maps. And this is one of them if you happen to go the correct way. So, like, and like, he just tanks any sort of hits. Like, you're not going to be able to knock him down easy. If at all, if I'm being honest. They don't even, like, give him a proper "here comes the boss" prompt, because he's like, he just shows up. Like, no fanfare or anything. So that's it. That's King. Yeah, okay. Yeah, now I'm remembering, because it's like, this is a way that you can just loop back around to this area if you did not take the canal route. yeah, just all kinds of different paths to make your Spikeout experience, like, as short or as long as you need it to. Because, again, it's like, and even when it's short, like, speedruns of Final Edition still go for, like, sub 40 minutes. It is not a fast game that you could just plow through because it has so much it wants to give.
Continue.
Yeah, let's just keep going. Come on. Oh my god, just stop knocking me down like this, dudes. Come on. Oh yeah, I also remembered, as far as like other Sega release games for OG Xbox, they did put out a port of Phantasy Star Online, which is real funny and kind of unfortunate because it is one of those things where, like, because of it being an MMO and using Xbox Live to authenticate and whatnot, it's like, yeah, even if, like, it's actually one of those things where it's like, even if that Insignia project gets finished and fully restores Xbox Live's like core functions, it wouldn't bring back the Japanese version of not Japanese, the OG Xbox version. Huh, do I actually want to break that or not? Or, whatever. That just loops back around to an earlier area, and I'm concerned about it causing us to like loop back around already.
Fight.
Okay, now for a double boss fight.
Watch yourself.
Justin and who is it? Oh my! Wow!
Continue.
Wow! And just because your special is not a full 360 get off me move is like extra crazy trying to deal with these. Okay, so it's yeah, Justin and Elliot. But, like, once we beat these, I'm pretty sure this will be, like, the end of the fight proper. And, alright, life's up.
Life's up.
Okay, we're almost there. Oh my god. Now they got me trying to get me into a corner trap. There we go. Stage cleared. We're done. Whew. So yeah, that's it. No final results screen or anything. It's just, hey, you played through the game, or at least the stage of it.
Select a fighter.
Yeah, let's go back to like a more classic character or something. Actually, no, I'm going to do Kaide because it's like, I talked about it with VF comparisons, you know, like, I've highlighted in depth how Minhwa just fights like Akira from Virtua Fighter. Kaide, just, excuse me, from just looking at her idle animations, and depending on how it goes when I, like, take her into the lab, I get Vanessa Lewis vibes from her. So we'll see how this goes. Especially since I don't think we ever got to see her in action as a boss. We got to see Honglong, though. So, what do we got? Okay, yeah, those are definitely more moves unique to her, but... yeah. I mean, I can see how it's like... I mean, between the outfit... Sarah moves looks like... oh, yeah, I could kind of see that, yeah. I think it's still just like the, yeah, I guess kind of the idle animation is like that. But I think I'm just misremembering based on, like, I think earlier iterations of Vanessa. Because if you remember, like, all the way back in VF4 Vanilla, like, even prior to Evolution, like, her fighting styles were much more different. Like, her offense style was just the same. It was the same kickboxing style that was later given to Brad. Still, it's ultimately the fun. Yeah, yeah, now that I'm looking at more this beat combo, this is absolutely Sarah-style kick moves to a T. Okay, but that front somersault kick's pretty cool. Okay, what does her jump kick look like? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a lot of Sarah. Yeah, I'm guessing at this point, I feel like the Vanessa comparison's more just in the aesthetic, which is cool, you know? Just reminds me of the time when Vanessa Lewis used to be black. I don't even play as Vanessa, but I still think that, like, them bleaching her skin so hard in VF5 was like a crime. I'll take more playable Vanessas in games, absolutely. I'll take more playable any VF character in other games. Played both Sarah and Vanessa in VF5. Oh, nice, yeah. I was always an Eileen fan when it came to 5. Obviously, because that's where I started playing VF. That's where I became, like, most into Eileen's playstyle. And naturally, when it came time to, like, finding any of the other... Started out playing Eileen, dropped her for Sarah. Fair, yeah. I dabbled around with Sarah, but I think that was only when I played, like, I think it was Virtua Fighter 2, like, on a whim. Just to kind of see, like, how playable it possibly still was in comparison to the newer iterations. And honestly, it still is. I think it, like, VF2, I think still has a lot of fun to it, even in how much more simple it is. Like, that's more than I can say, I think, for a lot of more legacy fighting games where their earlier entries are the sort of thing where you might as well just completely skip it. Like, I don't think even most versions of Street Fighter 2 are especially playable in a good way compared to, like, some of the later versions, or even stuff like the Alpha or Third Strike games, or whatever, you know? But VF2 just holds up in a way where it's like, yeah, it still feels noticeably different, but you can see yourself still wanting to play it, like, in a somewhat competitive fashion. Nice, okay. Yeah, alright, so if I do that launch combo again, which is... Oh, okay, no, I gotta try again. Okay. Jump and beat, followed by level 2 charge, then jump and kick light. Not hold. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. That's right, I forgot. There is, yeah, I forgot. Just like in fighting games, you can literally have, like, button readouts. So you can actually see what I'm pressing as I do these combos. That's right, I completely forgot. They really did just put in, like basic core fighting game training room features. Like, that's great. Alright, so let's try this again. Oh, no, I'm doing it too late. Hold on. Or not. Oh, maybe I just need to avoid the... Let me try this again. No, stop grabbing, please. And... I swear I was able to get it just right so that I could do that 7-hit combo. Okay, now that's kind of not working because I think the wall is keeping it from getting high enough. Let's try this again, maybe from this angle. Ah, no, still too late. Ah, that didn't come out right at all. It was just a regular jump. What the hell? Ah. Actually, you know what? Okay, no, that's actually more practical for Kaide. Yeah, just the combo I was able to do with Arc Fang with that same input just does not translate the same way for whatever reason. So yeah, jump and beat, followed by level 2 charge, and then go into, like, 3-hit beat combo followed by 3-hit charge. So something like this. Okay, assuming that you don't do it too early on the combo. Or maybe just the corner, I think, is screwing this up entirely. Oh, no, I did one too many beat attacks, so... Yeah, that's the thing about trying to go from beat to charge combos, is that, like, your beat attacks are always a 6-hit combo no matter what. Charge combos, meanwhile, are only 3. The only way to combine both is if you deliberately do 3 beat 'em up, like 3 beat attacks followed by 3 charge. And obviously when you're button mashing, it can be a bit difficult. Yeah, like that. See? That's what I was talking about. The last hit obviously whiffed because he got pushed far, but you can see what I'm talking about. You may not be pulling off like the hundreds upon hundreds of moves that a character has in their list, like in Virtua Fighter, but like the core fundamentals still kind of carry over if you have a basic understanding of like that this game kind of shares similarities in its juggle properties. Yeah, it's just I love this. Like, this is why anytime I just boot up Battle Street for whatever reason, like, sometimes I play it just because I want to do, like, a version with of a level with arcade rules, you know? But sometimes it's not even for that. Sometimes it's just because I want to do stuff like this. Oh, nice! Oh, that carried him up. Awesome. Oh, no, I think I got an idea. Okay, no, I think it's... yeah. Okay. Well, that at least works as like a simple corner combo that isn't based on doing like a beat or charge multi-hit combo. So actually, you know what? I think that's actually going to be it for tonight's stream. I think I showed enough. I showed as much as I could of story mode and failing to beat any of the levels save for, I think, the second. Yeah, God, think about that. Even the first mission I just could not beat. I just kept losing it against the final boss fight at the end of that section. Then I showed a bit of Battle Street mode proper to demonstrate what that game's actually like. And of course, plenty of training sequences to kind of show that you can take a bit of a lab mentality when playing the game. And discover there's some cool stuff you can do with the moves and whatnot. So that's it. Thanks again for everyone for tuning in for this. And like, you can look at this as like again a prelude to my big stream plans for next week, in which my good friend Wrath is gonna be co-commentating with me. You know, we're gonna be collabing for a Streets of Rage series stream playthrough, starting with the original Genesis trilogy on Monday, and then hopefully, if things pan out at the earliest convenience, Wednesday will be me popping my cherry on Streets of Rage 4 and seeing if all the hype of that being one of the best beat 'em ups in recent memories turns out to be true. I got a feeling it will, but I'd like the extra confirmation with my own experience. That should be nice. That's gonna do it for tonight. See you later, everyone. Peace out.